Hello.
We don't have
Here.
names.
No, because I did not know anyone's names.
Yes.
We're doing a one-shot.
We're doing a one-shot.
Yeah.
In Drasil.
Yes, in Erica's world.
We're doing one shot. We do have
one more joining us
later who couldn't get off work on time, but that is okay.
Which, if you've ever watched us, you know, Alexis.
We won't hold a grudge against her at all.
Yes. On the other side,
Zada.
you probably don't know Zada or Zach. But we have so many Zachs.
So many Zachs. Just a handful.
In fairness,
See, we
none
stole
of the
all
other
of
Zachs play on stream, but I mean...
We stole all of the Zachs
On
and
your
they're now
personal channel,
ours.
Huh?
on your personal channel.
If your name is Zach,
Yes.
you now belong to us.
Yeah, we claimed them all. No, if you've watched my personal channel over a line with a Z, you probably do know one of the other Zachs. Because we record videos together quite often.
Technically, he has made an
And
appearance
you.
on the stream before.
Yes.
And
And also...
very long time ago. In the
Also,
corner
Zada edited a handful of my videos,
Yeah.
so you also know him there.
Yeah.
But as a little emoji head, not emoji. Close
It's
enough.
close enough.
I need to bring that as just like a pull up.
Yeah. just get like the dream mask, but it's your.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I don't have it on here. It's on my stuff. Yeah.
Anyways, we are running a one-shot. Do we want to go through and introduce characters?
Do you want to introduce them as, like, they show up, or?
Well, I mean, you guys we're... Okay, so the
We
premise
can
of this...
introduce ourselves mugshot style.
Beginning into Guardians of the Galaxy
That would be
style.
hilarious.
Holds up sign of why we got arrested.
The party is a group of individuals who have been arrested, and they are currently being led to the city leader for a opportunity for freedom. Are you that cold?
Yes!
I
I showed the man how to fix his fan one time.
So for anybody who can't really see, because it is hard to see, she is warming her hands by the candle.
Yes. By watermelon
Here,
candle.
if I move this,
No.
you can see the fire.
I was about to take the angle of the
Yes.
camera.
Warming hands by watermelon
But
candle.
one of them is out and it's bothering me. But
Yeah, I don't know where the
Let's
light
put them all out then.
That is unfortunately also to help with smell. But
So, do we want to introduce the characters first, or do we want to do that after you guys are on your way and kind of have that chance to role play?
I think maybe chance to role play.
Okay. So, all you guys know is you are a group of individuals currently chained together, led by guards, to... Oh, Lord.
there's this video
Oh no.
of this. It's a courtroom, and there's a guy who walks up to the stand, and they're about to read him like the charges and everything, and you see the camera focus on this woman sitting on the bench behind him, waiting for her judgment to be passed, right? And it goes, all right, sir, you know why you're here. You're being charged with 4 counts of murder, this, that, and the other. And she's just like... and she's just like...
Am I in the right place?
yeah, exactly. So I hope that it's something like that. Where we're all just like... There's gotta be one that's just minor. Or incidental.
Yeah.
So, you are all being led to the city's courthouse. As you walk in, it is a large standard kind of courthouse. Pillars out front, large domed top. You are in Crystal Bay. So, one of the larger cities on the outer islands of Drasil. Walking in, you are led down the main chamber and off into a side room where you see a Leonin Lioness. Well dressed, well groomed, beautiful dark blue dress. Sitting behind a desk, she looks over the group and goes, "Ah, I forgot that was today. Come in, have a seat. There are 5 seats for you as you enter in and sit down."
I do so swiftly.
Yes. She looks across. Right. This ought to do well. I have brought you all here today to start and hopefully finish an investigation into some strange occurrences. All of the ships leaving the bay have disappeared and have not been able to return. So, in an effort to find the culprit of this, we have elected you individuals to go out on this journey to see if you can collect any information and bring it back. Most of the individuals who have been taken have been merchants who are, let's be honest, the weakest of this city. We needed somebody who was willing to take this on, and we have no current adventurers in the area. If you succeed in this mission, your freedom is granted. If you do not succeed, you are most likely dead. Any questions?
No. Well, if you need an investigator, I see why I'm here. So, what... Do we have any starting place? Any...
As soon as you leave here, you have 2 guard companions that will be going with you. They will lead you to a ship down in the bay, and you will depart from there. You do have access to armor and weapons once you are aboard the ship. Any other questions?
So we are 100% free once it's done. Do we
Yes.
have to come back?
No. Once you are done, your name and your records will be stricken.
Alright.
You know, another
What's
video.
so funny?
Very well. Well, I'm ready to hop right to it. How about the rest of you?
I will say, if I do
There's
not
nothing.
receive correspondence from the guards that it has been accomplished, you will be hunted down and killed.
Oh, I have no intention of fleeing. This is my hometown, after all.
So, any other questions?
I do not believe so.
You have a look about your face.
It's just my face.
Mm-hmm. Well, I do hope you all succeed for the benefit of this city. I wish you the best of luck and safe travels. With that, she does stand and walks out, and the guards usher you to stand up and begin ushering you out the doors.
Well, if we're going to be working together for a spout, I guess it's best to introduce ourselves, yes?
I suppose.
Well, my name is Yvonne Trisepagodin. And you all are. And as you see me, I am a older woman, human equivalent of late 40s, early 50s. But black hair, no gray, very intentional. And she does have an air of...
Entitlement.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Hekron Ironfoot. I started making the character honestly, and all I could think of was Senshi. It's just this dungeon with like a shorter, very gruffy beard.
authentic Longclaw. If you look at her, she is very tall, for like stature and everything. She has slightly pointy ears, kind of fluffy looking. Very much likes to show cleavage. She is actually attempting to, in this prison uniform, wear as little clothes as physically possible. What?
Pixar didn't happen.
I couldn't find a picture.
Damn it.
Basically, think hot fox lady, very little clothes. Okay.
Pictures needed.
I will find
The
a picture
search result
in.
that you would have had.
Okay, but she has slightly orangish hair. It's very Carmelita Fox-esque kind of hair.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. You know who Carmelita Fox is. You know.
I do not.
Sly
Sly
Cooper.
Cooper.
She's the
Oh, okay,
cop.
okay.
Yeah.
She's
Understood,
the cop
understood,
who has the
understood.
hots for Sly.
Latina Fox.
Uh-huh.
Well,
I'll find a picture.
Oh, good
Just
lord.
use that as your player. It's Carmelita Fox.
Just say Carmelita Fox. This is my character.
I'm not gonna be Carmelita
I'm
Fox,
joking.
though.
I'm joking.
Carmelita Fox can't do what I do.
I'm Tajana. And she is just, I'll send a picture, but for audience sake. Drow, red eyes, long white hair braided down the side.
Hot.
Relatively tall
Mm,
compared
you don't have
to
to be
humans. Looks probably human equivalent of maybe mid to late 20s. Does not speak much.
Bro, she got that Elsa braid.
Let it go.
So, you all are guided down toward the bay. As you look out on the bay, you are kind of up above to a degree, not majorly, but a little bit. Nice. A little bit up above the bay, you are able to see down, and you see on like in and around the docks and out into the bay, ships moored and docked everywhere. It's probably been a week or more, and this is because this is a major port city. Travel
How long
in is
ago did our
constant.
crimes occur?
That is up to you.
Okay.
So, you are led through the city streets. You get some strange looks because you are in prison uniforms and things like that. As you get to the bay, you are walked out onto a pier, out onto the docks, and led to a small single-masted sailboat. The guards usher you onto the boat. As you are on the boat, you see two sailors, and the guards begin to pull the mooring and set sail. And as you begin to pull away from the dock, your chains are removed. One of the guards comes up, he says, if you go down below deck, there are weapons, clothing,
I start walking away.
and armor.
It's like,
Pick what you will,
Perfect.
and we are underway.
Yes, I follow. It's like weapons, all right. Clothing, all right.
I heard weapons, I'm like, I'm out.
For me, it's the clothing. That was what did it for me.
Weapon.
As you, because you're the first, make your way below deck, full armory.
Stunned by the armor, but holy shit, it's cold. That's awesome.
And there is a decent wardrobe for you to choose from. As you walk down, a decent wardrobe for you to choose from, but mostly peasant-ish. Nothing really to your standards.
I'll grab the pair of leather armor, and then I'll grab whatever is dark blue and black.
I have like a
Yes,
dark
sec.
blue in my hands, just.
Love how it
Thank
blurs
you.
out some of them.
Well, especially
Sorry,
if
it's
they
kind of
see it
my-
on your-
my kind of style.
They
They,
can't.
they
You're
can't
good.
see my phone.
I will grab.
Just trying to find.
Just a gray dress,
Okay.
breastplate,
Mm-hmm. You get a dark blue
and a longbow.
3/4 sleeve tunic and dark black pants.
Perfect. Is there like a rope, like not rope, but like a
Shawl.
shawl or cape or anything? Cloak. Yeah.
Yeah. You can find a cloak.
Yeah. Perfect. As I do kind of just walk by, and I don't plan on grabbing a weapon. I just see a rapier and go, that'll work.
Okay.
You can go first. I'm still trying to find a picture.
So, just something as far as just like a fabric of some sort. I'm not really picky on clothes on that end, but I find myself breastplate. I do find more of like a lightish blue, kind of more favorable on that. So I'm like, okay. Takes that, and as I'm searching through different weapons and stuff, I just see different things. Oh, longsword, flick of the wrist, and it just shins to the wall. It's like, don't want that. It's just constantly going over towards the other side.
You guys watch as this
And then
as this decently young dwarf goes to the racks. They're just like, nah, and as you're watching as he's throwing weapons, they're just sticking into the wall behind him.
Oh gee, I wonder why he got arrested.
and then finally, from shuffling through everything, I just find this great axe. I'm like, yes!
There's hand axes, there's a morning star, there are knives, daggers, there's all kinds of stuff. Just all you see is his outline, and there's just weapons around that.
Could I take more than one weapon?
Just carrying the weapon.
If it's a small one.
Technically, I'll allow it.
Just
Okay.
I just grab one of the daggers out of the wall.
I do kind of.
I just need
Oh,
2
dear, I forgot.
weapons.
And I go just look for a spell casting focus, but amulet is preferred. But
You would find one.
yeah, perfect. Not perfect, but it'll work.
Yeah, so I just go and I find a rapier and I'm trying to find a picture. I literally had to look up sexy fox woman. Okay, if you're wondering what
Going
I'm
down the
currently
furry rabbit
looking
hole,
up,
going-
I don't want to. It's not a furry character.
Don't look it up. Don't do it.
I mean,
it's up to you. Like that. But red hair.
Nathan says, "Can you get a quick description of the characters?" I'm a 40s or 50s older noble woman, black hair, half elf, stuck up.
yes. Okay.
Here,
I
I'm
am like a
actively sending you.
6
Oh, it
foot
didn't
something,
save.
drow, white hair, braided down the side.
Here,
Do this.
Got that Elsa braid.
that's what I want.
That's how I'm describing it from now on.
Gray dress, like peasant's dress,
Yep.
breastplate,
Oh.
longbow, dagger.
And then go back to it.
Zata
trying to
is
send
pretty
you.
standard young dwarf.
51,
Very-
42, 200. Slightly scruffy.
Very senshi, but young
It didn't show
senshi.
up.
Yep.
He's not there. Anyway, I am a shifter fox specifically. Think Carmelita fox, but more human. Nice tall lady, big tits, fully out.
Not fully.
About to be. There's a high chance.
Sorry, Lex just said unequivocally, and
Unequivocally
there's a
bussin'.
license plate that says bussin'.
That's beautiful.
There's
There
like
it
a
goes.
cloaked figure in the corner waiting.
So I just sent the picture to the group chat.
Jesus Christ!
Think them, the orange hair.
Nice.
Okay, and she's got a rapier and a sword, and
Wait.
That's your sister, bro.
And reply to yours.
Low key smash everyone so far. I agree.
If I had access, I would just put Senshi.
Senshi short beard.
Senshi short beard.
Do you even have Senshi's like white underpants and everything?
3 beers.
I just got prison clothes.
Did you actually look for clothes or anything, or are you still in your prison uniform?
Oh,
Well,
you
have
have
a
light
bomber
blue
on top.
clothes? Light
Oh,
Honestly,
that's light blue.
they're pretty comfy. Gotta make room to run. Just make shorts.
Turn them into-
Shorts and breastplate.
The rugged, thick woven, like, coarse pants that you've been wearing, you just rip them off below the knee.
It's like Hulk.
Hell yeah. And then you grab a shirt and tunic.
Can't have the breastplate touch.
You find a breastplate that'll fit you, and you get your great axe. You find everything you would need for that as well. What kind of clothes did you look for specifically?
Did you
So
alter them?
Did you alter them?
I for sure altered them. But the thing is I know for fact that in my how I do things, I require clothes that are easily replaceable.
Mhm.
So basically, like, I found like a tank top that like barely covers, think Hooters uniform, and like tiny shorts.
Okay.
And like
no armor?
well, there's like light armor scattered. Think like video games who accidentally sexualize people way too much.
Got it.
Pal World.
Pal World.
Power World has some very.
Oh, Pal World, yeah. I was thinking Paleo. I was like, that's wrong. I'm like,
Haley is like the kid version.
So,
In
I'm like,
regards to-
Honestly, Pal World, the woman puts on the same armor as the dude, and it's like mini skirt, hiked up on the side,
Yep.
like bikini top. It's
Yep.
like,
Haley or Power World?
Pal World.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like at the staircase over there because of the weapons that were getting thrown. So, how would you all end up in this pinch?
Public.
Go ahead.
Start.
Republican decency. Public nudity, nothing.
Public indecency. Let's just say I perform in the nude, and my person who hired me didn't read the contract. It was apparently for a kid's birthday party.
Oh. Oof, my dude.
Out of game?
That is an unfortunate situation.
It is.
Mine's not as erotic. I just punched a noble in a fight. It's pretty cool.
Oh, I heard about you. Yeah. Well, legally tax evasion. There was many other charges, but that's all they could prove.
I don't think we're supposed to talk about this.
They didn't say we couldn't. It's better to know a little bit about the people you're working with.
It happened a while ago. I'd say I'm not proud of it,
You know, like,
but murder.
Hmm.
Just a little.
well, if we're going to be specific, they got me on tax evasion while trying to get me for serial murder, but they weren't able to prove it.
I didn't know you could murder cereal.
It just takes a spoon.
It does. It's super simple.
Again, amongst many other crimes, but tax evasion is the only thing they're able to prove.
Oh, yes. They got lucky. I don't know how I was caught, but what can you do? They had a good day. I had a bad one, so it won't happen again.
I understand that.
With your armor and weapons procured, a guard does come down and he goes, All right, we're gonna need you up on deck. This is about the point where ships have been disappearing.
Perfect.
Nathan says, Opa Skyrim armor, an interesting choice, Lauren. LOL.
As you go above deck, you are a decent ways out, but still fairly close to the city. You're just just outside where ships are docked and moored.
I do just kind of go over to the side of the ship and just kind of wave my hand, and you see the water kind of react.
Nice. As the ship continues to slowly make its way out toward the open ocean, which, being in Crystal Bay, I've never got to describe it before. It's a lot of fun. You can tell as you're moving, the sailors are very particularly picking their way. As you look around, under the water and around with the sun shining, there are various colors that reflect up to the surface of pinks, yellows, purples, greens, blues. Under the surface, there's just crystals. And I mean, these are massive 40-foot long, 50-foot long crystals that you can see that do extend up and in weird angles under the water. And the sailors are picking a route around the crystals so as not to be sunk as they are exiting the bay. As they get a little ways out, you see the colors begin to dissipate. You are beyond the crystals. Everybody roll a perception check.
It's a D12.
Yep, D20.
Perception is more
Nice.
D20 plus your wisdom.
9.
There you go, buddy. There you go.
20.
Fit my character.
Hello!
Hello.
It's our mystery friend.
Where I go?
Wherever.
Anywhere.
Wherever you want. Because now if you sit here, you end up touching the stream deck.
Stream deck.
I was like, the what?
The stream deck.
The stream deck.
On stream.
The stream deck.
Lex, just so you know. Yay! That's all.
Thanks.
Perception check.
23.
Oh, it's
I
Canes. I was like, I
Oh.
do smell chicken and fries.
Dirty 20.
I have been told I only get every other day of Pride Month since I'm bi.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. bud.
Yeah.
I'll take the other one.
Okay.
Take turns.
Man, the two women in my house.
Halfies.
Halfies.
That's what they call me at work.
Hey,
Within
I mean,
a week,
but
I-
together we make one
whole
whole lesbian.
That's
I was told within a week that being pan is the most and least gay way to be gay, and I.
fair.
Yeah. They said it's the most and least for the same reason as that you just don't give a shit, and so. So in some ways that makes you the gayest, in some it makes you the least.
Lex, have you created your character?
I have.
Okay. Sweet.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so currently, to give
How's it
you
work?
to give you a rundown, currently you guys were given the task. You are in Crystal Bay.
Okay.
The city leader gave you the task to investigate why merchant ships have been disappearing
Okay.
as they are leaving the bay. So you are currently aboard a ship. You were given the opportunity to find clothes and armor below deck, and you have all been ushered back above deck because this is about the point where ships are disappearing, and you are just exiting the bay itself.
If we succeed, we get our freedom.
So we were prisoners.
Yes.
Mhm.
We're
If-
taken in onto a boat to stop shipping.
Yes, and if we succeed, we get our freedom.
Okay.
Take Suicide Squad.
Definitely
Yes.
Suicide Squad.
And if we don't, we're probably dead.
Suicide Squad.
So, would you like me to start, or are we in the middle of a scene? What's happening?
Let's get character info because we've got
Yeah.
everybody else's.
And we did discuss why we were arrested and
Yes.
things like that.
We just assumed you'd kind of been sitting off on your own for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you see an adorable red-headed halfling woman
I don't trust her immediately.
You don't trust any halfling.
Nope.
This is
They're pocket height, okay?
speaking from experience. She trusts
Oh.
no halflings whatsoever. That's one of my favorite races, and she never trusts me.
They're pocket height.
The what?
They're
Pocket
pocket
height.
height.
Yeah. Hi, so there has been
Oh,
a little bit of a misunderstanding. I'm not supposed to be here, so if you could just drop me off at the nearest port, that'd be great. I'll
What
just
did you do?
Stream's going great.
no. So I did for sure steal about 1,000 gold from that man, and I did for sure publicly humiliate him in a rather egregious way. But to be fair, he deserved it. I think everything I did was absolutely justified. And if you check the karmatic scales, they will tilt in my favor. So I think I should just be good to go. So it's been great. So nice to meet you all. I will be
Unfortunately,
heading out.
you are about
We're on a boat.
a mile
Yes.
from the port.
I think that's going to be a bit difficult for you,
That would
darling.
be a bit of a swim.
Yes.
That is unfortunate. See, yeah, because I didn't actually do anything wrong.
It's
So-
okay, neither did I.
Oh, great. So then we should all just leave then.
Yes. So far, I don't think
I
any of us have
undoubtedly-
necessarily done anything incredibly wrong.
I'm just gonna sit quietly.
Yeah, no, for sure not.
I did punch a double.
with what did you say? your name was?
Honestly.
Oh,
I don't think...
Guinevere. Just Gwen is okay.
Gwen.
Yeah.
Alright.
Gwen. Nice to meet
I'm
you.
gonna say something comment.
With that,
Levantress.
Avantrit, that's a good name.
Thank you.
Yeah.
with that, a guard does interject. You are all guilty of something,
I disagree, but
and they were deemed bad enough to put you in prison.
what's 1,000 gold between enemies, you know? What's a girl to do?
No, truly, I'm with her.
I don't
Exactly.
understand why I'm still here. I mean,
You evaded taxes
Yes, that's all.
for 30 years.
Yeah, that's all.
That's honestly a skill.
Yes.
I was
it's
very good at it.
Yeah.
Apparently.
and I don't know why I'm still here. That Duke died like 100 years ago.
Oh dear, you've been here a while, huh?
I will say, I had that question as well. In my opinion,
I thought I served a life sentence for the person I killed, and he
That
was a
seems
human.
No, that seems
That's-
valid.
that's-
well, okay, to be
experience.
fair, he was a very. And this is coming from me, and this is elf guard. He was a very bad duke, who deserved every bit of what you gave him.
Yeah.
I feel your sentence was overserved for
He was
sure.
sleeping with the devil. That's not
Once
my
again,
fault.
karmatic skills, if we take those into account, I feel like we were kind of on the better side of that angle.
Yes.
I feel like I served.
Yeah, it's
my-
Mine is
Yourselves, but
entirely
yes,
makes no sense.
Yes,
But
speak for
they-
yourselves, but 100%.
They should have read the contract.
That's the thing. If you can't read, you should not sign a contract.
Exactly.
I do agree with that.
I will agree with that as well.
Yes, I am very well known
but-
for my career path.
This is
yeah,
why.
your career path.
It is a very nice career. I get paid well, and I perform beautifully.
You saw it. I was like, yeah, your career path.
Yeah, like.
This is why myself and my captain went through our records, and you were the ones that were chosen. One of you chosen by mistake.
I don't
It was
know
me, I
what you're
think.
talking about.
I should
Oh
probably.
no, I'm saying chosen for this venture, chosen to be released if you succeed.
Oh yeah, because they should have been released before. Got it.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
if we could just stop at the next port.
We are currently underway, and then we are not turning around to go back. It's unfortunate.
Oh, we can. The next one, I'll just drop off.
With that, what were your perception checks? Yours was a dirty 20, yours
Yeah.
was a 23, yours was a 9.
18.
18.
Find my character.
One of you was a clerical error. I don't know what you're talking about.
Holy clerical error.
I should not be here.
Oh, my character got
Suspected
deleted.
serial killer, god on tax
I
evasion.
don't know what you're talking about.
See, here's my thing. I don't think any of us should be here.
Yeah, you know,
Exactly.
serial killing, mutilation,
Isn't
human
the average
sacrifice.
lifespan of a human like 60 years or something?
Something like that.
That could have been.
Give or take, yes.
I've well overstayed my welcome.
Well, to be fair, they meant your lifetime.
No, they did not. They sentenced me to the human lifetime, and I served it.
If a human is incarcerated in prison and is serving a life sentence,
Then what's the
means
point
to
of
be-
sentencing someone to 2 life sentences? What does that even mean?
It's a great question.
I don't know, that is a gray area, isn't it?
The last time I was sentenced
Look,
to
I
3
am
life
not-
sentences, and here I am.
I am not a lawyer. I do not understand that.
Huh?
How old are you?
I had a very
I'm old.
I'm old.
Hi, Dungeon Lord Jay.
Hey, what's up, Jay?
Fucking old.
Fucking wait.
That was
Again.
rude. That was
Honestly.
pretty fucking rude.
That's exactly the tempo I was
That
going
show.
for.
But if you think about it, what really even is taxes? You know, like, it's just going back to the nobility, which I already am.
Question. Is it
So are you
tax
not
evasion
just-
if you don't live in a city?
Yes, what if you don't have an actual address? Nobody's ever explained
Excuse
that,
me.
because I technically do not have an address.
Right, so you can't like pay property tax or.
Yeah.
I
you don't
mean,
even
we're-
have-
All I had was a bear, and you killed that, so here I
That's so
am.
I didn't
sad.
Do you have to
I'm
personally.
sorry
pay
for
taxes on
your
the beer?
loss.
I
Hmm?
don't.
I don't think
I don't think so.
Do you pay
I think
taxes
it
on
might
a
be-
dog?
No.
No.
Then no.
It depends how expensive the dog. No.
One time there was a mouse living in my house. It wasn't officially a pet. He lived his own life, but we were friends.
That's good.
Uh,
I'm just saying, I shouldn't be here.
Thought about charging him rent, wouldn't pay it. It's fine.
A life sentence is
What?
80 years.
What was your perception check?
I don't have dice.
I mean, I did have
Yeah,
a husband,
bisexual
but he
dice.
died under mysterious
hell yeah.
circumstances.
Mm.
Yes.
As one's husband typically does.
Often does.
What?
I had a husband, but he died under mysterious
That's
circumstances.
a flat 8, baby.
Nice. Okay.
Hey!
You three, you two don't notice. You three notice there is a faint, almost rumbling kind of whooshing noise.
Not typical of the ocean.
Not typical of the ocean.
Did anybody else hear a whoosh?
I did.
Huh?
No.
While listening, you begin to hear a beat. A beat. A beat. And it gets louder and louder. And before you are able to realize it,
No, this is what I call an adventuring party.
your
I'll be here all week.
before you are
This is the best thing you've ever done.
I love her.
Before you are able to realize, the ship has lifted from the water and you are being carried into the sky by a dragon.
Oh.
Oh.
I was hoping. it was gonna be
Fucking
from-
awesome!
I thought it was going to be from below.
You
I
are.
mean-
I greatly prefer when they come from below. You heard me.
Somebody has top energy.
Honestly, good for you.
I just like the ocean.
How old
That
are
is what I meant.
Oh, I'm 57.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I guess
She
I'm
looks
considering
like
a dwarf.
17. Like, she looks young, but
How long does a half-foot life?
Well, they just look young most of their lives.
they just, like,
Yeah.
stay young for
Yeah.
most of their
Yeah.
life, yeah.
But like halflings are like 150.
I thought they were in, like, the 300. I could
They may be
wrong.
around 300.
I can
I just
check.
know gnomes are like elves. But,
Yeah, gnomes have a long ass.
yeah, but halflings are.
Let me check. I know it's long.
Yeah, it's longer than human for sure. Anyway,
Wait,
As-
sorry, we got picked up by a dragon?
Got picked up by a dragon.
Okay.
It is a
Um,
smaller ship.
I think
so
I might understand where the other
Oh, 150.
merchants
Never
went.
I think we figured it out. I think we're
Yeah,
good to
she's not
go.
quite
Honestly, they just asked us to figure it out. They didn't say
We
we
did
had
it.
to find
So-
I have a
anything.
theory.
Yes.
They are. So
Does the dragon look angry?
no, one of the guards is a human and he is cowering. The elf is like, huh, Never seen that. Never seen that one before. Human and he is cowering. The elf is like, huh? Never seen that. I do believe you're correct.
Pick me.
I don't know what kind of dragon that is.
What's
color
its
is it?
color?
It is multicolored.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Gay? No, sorry.
It is.
Pride Month dragon.
It
It
is
is
the dragon of
various
pride.
colors.
Taste the
And it
rain.
kind of has a shimmer to it.
Hmm.
Opal?
Pretty.
Crystal.
Oh, that's weird.
Not crystalline,
Prismatic.
but as you rise,
Gay.
you feel a pressure change. You all notice.
I do one of these.
You all notice a difference in temperature, a difference in humidity,
Humidity.
More
Yeah.
humid.
Humidity.
more humid,
Good.
What temperature?
warmer.
Oh.
It was warm in Crystal Bay. Crystal Bay tends to lean on the higher 80s, mid 90s
Like
regularly.
It's somebody trying to offer their art.
Oh, yeah.
But
No.
it is warmer.
Sorry.
We're poor.
Looking around, the ocean no longer exists beneath you.
Damn.
Oh.
Hmm.
That's unfortunate.
Do me a favor, roll perception checks.
Why is that always perception? I never
Jesus.
investigation. Actually, that's a 21.
15.
17.
Wait, was that 17?
17,
Oh, wait.
15.
I have the perfect dice.
Perception,
That
yeah.
was 20.
Perception. Perception.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Plus nothing.
Everybody else. Man, that's a weird fucking forest. You and your little halfling brain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, my cousin lives there. This is the Feywilds.
Oh,
100%
yes.
this is the Feywilds.
Oh, this place is crazy. You're never gonna believe. We're in the Feywild. They've got some
Oh,
crazy
shit.
food here. It's so good. I only tried it once. My cousin got real mad at me, so I had to stop.
You notice, as you're saying this, and Zion would too,
Who?
My
Here.
version.
Evandros.
Evandros and Gwen would notice a rapidly approaching tree from beneath.
Oh, I think we're gonna
Oh.
hit that.
And as that is
Hey,
being
big
said,
guy,
it's
I-
impaled through the ship, and you are currently stuck in a tree. Looking,
This is the exact opposite of where I'd like to be.
looking around
Yes.
on a majority of the trees in the area, you see
Ships.
one ship, two ship,
Red ship,
Red ship, blue
red
ship.
ship, blue ship.
Hey God,
I don't
I
know
figured
what
out
we're
I'd like to
doing.
go home now.
Yes.
There are so many ships impaled and stuck in trees across the canopy of this forest.
Are they considered like crystal trees? Just normal
They're
forestry?
just-
Or? Okay.
They're-
I didn't know if
fade
that
They're
was-
not
but-
normal by
Well,
any means, but
Fey
they're
forestry
They're
type,
fey
okay.
forestry. Yeah,
Okay.
there's nothing too spectacular. With that, you hear the cry and the roar of the dragon as it circles once, twice, and flies off.
That's awfully rude.
Yes.
Is this like a spider's web kind of thing, saving us for later?
I don't know.
I don't honestly think it would if it just left us here.
Unless it just collects ships as its hoard.
That's a weird fucking dragon then.
Okay, but would you be surprised at this point?
Honestly, no. I do know that somebody went and mentioned a few dragons who collected things like frogs.
Huh.
Yeah, it was a weird one.
So, what the fuck are we doing?
Well, we're in a ship in a tree.
Yes,
So
bad
that's
place to be.
Gonna be a little problematic to get out of.
Yes.
The problem is, below us is the Fae, and that's not much better.
Oh, you're fine if you play nice. Yeah.
Ooh, see. Alright. Not my strong suit, but I'll do my best.
I am fairly certain that the Fae don't have to pay taxes.
That's true.
I could try and cut the tree so we can go ship to ship.
Kind of like a bridge
that
situation.
could be nice.
That's
yeah.
actually not bad.
Well,
Yeah.
because then we could also go. Well, I don't know. Do we care about solving this problem, or are we just heading out? Because I don't know kind of what the vibe is.
But, I mean...
I'd like to live a little bit
Oh,
of life.
the thing is, we solved it.
Right, so it was a dragon.
It was a dragon, and it took the people to the Fae.
So-
There's our answer. We did it.
Here is a slight problem, though. The guards have to get back, or they hunt us for sport.
Well, the thing is,
Yes,
if we
but
get
how
back
They
and
outnumbered.
report, we did our job.
Well,
Aren't they
But-
outnumbered?
How would they hunt us here?
that's fair.
Ooh.
I do want to go home.
Yeah, I would also
Yeah.
like to go home.
For all intents and purposes, you all have done your job, but
We're stuck.
We
yes.
can't report it back yet.
I would prefer us, because we're in this together at this point. The sailors and my partner can stay here. I will tag along to ensure that there is at least an even number of party members. But
Did any of the other boats, did we see any people on them? at
you
all?
see skeletons.
Yeah. Okay.
How long have they been here?
It's Fae, who knows?
That's true. The time does move weird here.
This has been happening for 2.5 weeks.
Yes, let's cut down a bridge, I suppose.
Go for
Do I
it.
have to make like check strength or okay?
You said about chopping down the peak of this tree that has impaled the ship, and easily enough you get it to fall. Kind of roll. I'm gonna say this is a survival check. Roll a survival check for me.
Survival.
Just to see if you can direct its fall well enough to the nearest ship.
Oh wait, I just realized my survival should be a 4. Because wisdom 1, but I have a proficiency, so I have
Yeah.
proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a
So
4 at it. Okay. I fucked up again.
It's okay, we all do it.
7.
You easily enough chop down the tree. You all watch in anticipation as the tree begins to fall and then tips to the side and misses the other ship by a good 5 feet and plummets to the ground floor. You hear
You
it?
see, that's a problem.
Huh,
It was a
that's,
good try. Yeah.
It's about 60 feet.
How far is this next ship from us?
You're looking at probably 35 feet.
Oh, that's not bad.
Could be worse.
Who has a good jumping capability?
No.
Long jump.
No,
Long
'cause-
jump 35 feet.
No, if I use charger, I can shove somebody 10 feet, and if they jump at that same time, can that be added to someone being able to long jump?
Go!
And go! They fail, you succeed, they plummet to the ground floor. Although that is a great use of that skill.
The thing is, I can get over to the other ship. The problem is, I can do that twice.
If I may, if we go to the other ship, we are still in a ship in a tree.
The thing is, I'm not convinced the floor is better yet.
We do at least know that it is a solid thud.
There is a ground.
There is a ground.
I go over and I look over the edge.
Looking over the edge, the canopy is very thick. Are you... I would assume you're looking on the same side that he just dropped a tree. Yeah, you can see where it cleared some branches on the way down. You can kind of see down. The forest floor is... It's pretty clear. It's fairly decent.
How far are we?
Yeah, how far? That's
You're about 70-ish.
Ooh,
My math is a little
I
off.
actually have an idea. And I'll cast rope trick.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
What a road trick.
It's a length of rope that is up to 60 feet. So I grab my rope that is
Mhm.
60 feet, and I go like this. I go, and a little hut shows up.
Okay.
There's a way down.
That is a way down, yes.
What about the other 10 feet?
You can.
We
drop
can take a
10
10-foot
feet.
drop.
I don't know how that was calculated for.
I guess it's invisible, but
Mhm.
we're right at the entrance, and you can see there's like house.
That's a neat
Nice.
little trick.
So, you have a way to descend to the forest floor.
So do I have to be good at athletics to do this?
Maybe.
That's bad.
I can go down and look around if you want.
I think you'll leave.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're honest.
Yes.
I could go
She's
first
nothing if
and
not
make
honest.
sure that the little one doesn't go away.
But the thing is, I don't think you could stop her.
Oh, no, you couldn't. But, I mean, to be fair, if there are dangerous monsters, like, having big, strong people might be helpful for that. So, I think it's in my best interest to, allow you guys to keep
I'll
me
go
alive.
down first.
It's like, if there's a foot chase, I want to go.
I want to try it.
I'll go down first. I
Okay.
don't know
I
if
think
I
we're
need to
really
roll anything.
fast.
This is my own spell. I've
Right.
used it before, but
Yeah.
whatever. And I just kind of.
You would think because of my small legs I can't run very fast. I'm actually pretty fast.
What's your base move speed?
25. But I
Get
can,
me in water.
35.
but I can do it 3 times.
Huh?
I'm a rogue, baby.
Bonus action dash.
I'd be sprinting.
I could rage and catch you at 55.
I would just.
Give me
Or
That
50.
makes- that
put me
makes
in water,
my bonus
and I can probably
action
outswim all of you.
movement puts me at
Nice
75.
like.
Right.
Gotcha. Yeah.
He can still get you.
Yeah, because 110.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck and Speedy zooming over here.
Iron foot.
Well, it's all right. I have a way. I'm not very athletic, but I think I can get away around it.
So,
I'll just go down.
she heads down. You head down. I'm
I didn't
assuming
know
you.
if we had to.
The only one I'm gonna make roll this is the one with the negative
Yeah.
modifier.
I'll catch you.
I wait a minute, and I use my temporary amulet to summon my talisman
Okay.
and replace it with my talisman.
Okay.
Because that is the warlock thing I chose was talisman,
Okay.
and I'm going to start to climb down to the best of my ability.
Athletics check.
Okay. So that's a 16, so 14. And then I'm going to use my talisman to give me a D4
Okay.
to make that back to a 16.
Okay. So with that, you do struggle. You all down on the ground are watching as she takes her sweet time climbing down. You watch a few times where it is close,
Yeah, you see her like sort of slip, and my talisman glows, and then I catch myself.
but she makes it down. You can see as she's getting close, her arms are shaking. She makes it down though, and then the guard does follow and kind of goes, "Ah, that was a close one. I thought for sure you were a goner."
Is
What-
everyone down?
Yes.
I believe so.
Climbing, pushing, pulling is not exactly my strong suit.
You don't say.
I back up next to a tree and just disappear, and then reappear. That's more my strong suit.
On the forest floor, there is the ground is covered in a thick loam. It is very earthy. There's a mixture of leaves and pine needles. You see ferns growing up in various colors. There's a deep purple, greens, reds. Beautiful foliage lines the forest floor, but it is not thick. It is decently thin, like it's a well-manicured lawn.
Hmm.
This reminds me of my Aunt Patty's garden, just a little bit. It was really nice, really well maintained. Smells really earthy. Wasn't as purple. No.
Does anyone else have the sense that we're trespassing?
A little, but I also feel like we were intentionally put here.
Yeah, how do you think dragons feel about lawn care? Because I feel
Yeah,
like
I
it's
feel
not
like
high
they
on their
have a
priorities.
really good
You would
garden.
think, but look at this lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay no mind to the two foot plants for me landing.
I really feel like
Something
they had
like
a,
that.
Yeah.
a
You
bad
just
escape.
didn't use the rope. You just jumped up.
You just
That's
fireman pull it. You just.
Oh, I was thinking eyes and just.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, quickly. I have primeval awareness as an action. I can expend one ranger spell slot, 1 minute per level, blah blah blah, to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fey, fiend, or undead are present within 1 mile of you or within 6 forest. This feature doesn't reveal the creature's location or number, but what am I feeling here?
Overwhelmingly fey.
In that direction?
It doesn't tell you the direction.
It doesn't tell me their
Well, if we're at
location.
the
Doesn't say
coastal of an
location,
area.
it says
It
direction.
tells it can tell me direction. It
Okay.
doesn't tell me exactly.
Surrounded
right.
by fey.
Is there anything?
Like anything that hits the radar in a doot, doot.
Like creature.
Kind of
Give me a doot doot.
Where's the doot
Look,
doot?
you are in the Feywilds, in your favored terrain. You've got 6 miles of doot-doots surrounding you.
Is there any bigger doot doots or
There's
dragon
no-
doot doots?
there's
Is
no-
the dragon gone?
The dragon's gone. There's no bigger doot-doots. There is a very close doot-doot.
Yeah, your stream's been cutting out.
Has it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aw.
I've gotten 6 notifications from your thing.
Damn.
Lovely. Sorry, guys.
Sorry for stream cutting out.
Internet.
Are there any?
Sucks.
It's also stormy. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Are
probably.
there any particularly strong essences nearby? Stronger than others?
Yes, the one that's close.
The what?
What?
There is a close
A what?
doot-doot,
There's a close dude.
and it is a strong doot-doot.
Ah.
And
Can
it's
I-
fey.
And
Wait.
it's fey.
There's a big fey in there. Strong.
Strong.
We remember what Danger Sense did. That was traps.
Yeah,
spells.
it's a deck saves you see coming.
Yeah.
That's never mind.
Right. So there is the strong one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pointing that
I'm
direction.
in a lot of pain right now.
You in a lot of pain?
There's a lot going on in my head.
Oh.
Pointing that direction.
Mm.
Roll a perception check.
Oh, good.
All of us, or
You would roll one.
No.
So I
If we're paying attention.
If you're looking at the way she pointed.
Okay.
Actually,
I was
No.
not because I'm texting
Nah.
my client.
That's an 8. So that's a no.
15.
No. 15. Did you look?
Because I'm eating, in my headcanon, Gwen has a pouch of pretzels and carrot sticks that she's just what? What are we doing? What? What's happening? And she's just snacking.
There's a big face.
He's kind
Oh,
of covered up. So that's probably why I didn't.
Trying to cover his tracks.
Because everyone was talking about the lawn care, and I was like, oh shit. Trying to cover up the foot holes.
With the 15, you would just notice.
Only on Twitch side, weirdly. So apparently YouTube is fine.
I need.
That's where I was getting the notifications on.
It's Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a bunch too.
Yeah.
With the 15, you would notice off some ways. Off some ways in the distance, sitting on a tree branch, there is a white fox.
A white man?
No! No!
There's a white fox.
Hello.
It's a ways out, but it is
I do not raise my tone.
Yeah. it is exactly where the doot is coming from.
I don't get to know exactly where the dude comes from.
It's
In
the
the direction.
Where the dude is coming from.
It is the exact as it goes as your radar goes doot. It is a perfect line to that creature.
I just. Oh, hello.
Kind of cocks its head, looks at you, turns around, stands up, and jumps off the tree branch. With that, you see multiple tails.
No relation.
Running away,
to any sort of thing.
or
It just kind of
I didn't
disappears out
wanna
of view.
Yeah. thought I'd clarify.
I appreciate that.
I know no people from the Fae.
I have a cousin.
I've gathered that.
Yeah.
I will say, it is rare you hear tales of, at least material plane folk leaving the Fae without a cost.
My cousin told me not
If
to
it's
eat
like-
the food, so like if somebody offers you a delicious treat, unfortunately you cannot eat it.
I thought that was hell.
You know, I don't know. I was offered a cake and my cousin was like, hey, don't do that. So it also could have been drugged.
It could have. I've had many people try to drug me.
Yeah.
It's a hazard.
It's a real thing.
Never go
Don't
to those
drug people, that's
stores.
not
Yeah,
nice.
don't drug people.
Um,
That's the
Only for
real
your
illegal
good.
thing.
So cool that this herbalist sells, baked goods and then
Oh, if it was. Those might have been safe for consumption then.
that's, I mean, I definitely had a time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what are we doing? Just going?
Fox creature pokes its head out from behind a nearer tree.
Nearer,
Nearer.
like closer to us.
Closer to you.
Just doing the cat thing.
Can I help you?
Nathan said Italy with question marks.
It looks at you. You see, you get a good look at it. Anybody who's paying attention. It's specifically looking at her, though. There is an intelligence behind the eyes. And it disappears again.
Right. So does anyone have a compass? I don't know if you work in the Fae, but you know of the shop.
Honestly,
I-
I don't think I
We
do.
weren't left with any.
guard with you pulls his out and goes,
But he was.
provably not. And he holds it up and it is just spinning.
Yeah, kind of worried about that.
It spins one direction for a second and then stops. And then slowly backtracks and then takes off again.
When we were falling, did I see any oceans or separate landscapes, or was it all just forest?
There were mountains on the horizon, but
Okay.
they're a ways off.
Why couldn't have been water?
Well, I was just thinking if we can find civilization, we could maybe ask for a way out. But you know, Fae civilization is also hit or miss on the cool.
We could go find your cousin.
Yeah,
She might know.
I could. Well, we could try.
The Fae is like a near infinite place.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we could try to find my cousin. I don't know exactly where she lives. I was kind of guided there last time. Very confusing. Do you know, like, if you walk in one direction and then you see the same rock like 4 times, and you're like, I swear I've seen this rock, and you're like, no, you haven't. We've been going in a straight line, and you're like, no, I swear it's shaped just like a gummy bear, and no one believes you.
All right.
Welcome to D&D,
I think
Zach.
it's the accent that's just the funniest thing. It's
I was literally on the drive over here, like, what am I gonna fucking do? I haven't thought about this today. Like, I've been so busy. We have an event tomorrow. I haven't had time to think about anything. We're doing Northern. I don't know. I don't care.
It is the greatest thing.
It is.
Mhm. Really sells the character.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
The
I'm
fox.
gonna need a Gwen compilation. Hit me.
The fox pokes its head out from behind another tree on the other side of you. Not behind you, but like the other side.
No.
You're like, yeah.
Wait.
Okay. My character's very smooth brain.
One wrinkle.
It's in the middle.
In the middle.
It's
To say my strength is at 20.
Yeah.
My con is at 17. Other things high. Wisdom.
You wish to speak to us, little fox.
It gives a little foxy chitter and then disappears again.
I know you're smarter than that.
Roll a persuasion check.
I'm a ranger.
I'm good at this, but I didn't help.
I'm
so-
really good at this. I didn't know.
Yeah, you're gonna
With
be
my
better than me.
big ol' balmy +1. 13. For me?
All you get is a low
Ooh, that was a little spooky.
and it audibly echoes through the forest.
Is that what the fox says?
Yeah. That's what the fox
Look,
say.
when it comes to shady dealings, I might just be your gal. If you're looking to make a deal, let's talk.
Roll a persuasion check. I'll give you advantage on that one.
Enticing.
Damn, but still 15. That was a 2 and an 8 on the die, though. But
Same.
wait. Lucky.
Okay.
16.
Damn.
Lucky one.
Wait, talisman adding a
You
D4.
don't need to.
Okay.
16 was the DC.
Okay.
But you hear deal. Interesting.
Smell a deal.
Come find me, and we'll strike
Yeah.
a deal.
All right. And can I use investigation for this?
Sure.
Find
Okay.
them.
My investigation's pretty good.
Roll you an investigation check.
Damn, I need to stop using these dice. They were thematic, but
Mhm.
that's a 10. Can I use a lucky? I only have 3.
You lucky bastard.
I'm gonna say no.
No. Okay. No, I had 10.
Okay. You find everywhere the fox
You're
isn't.
grounded.
Jail for you.
You find footprints where the fox has been, but they are only in one stationary location. There are no footprints leading up to that spot or away from that spot.
Could I do something with my animal handling and kind of like clap or call or do something with it like this?
There is
There's
sentient fox.
intelligence.
Oh,
Though that would be
That is a
that would make
character.
sense
For your
you
character, yeah.
to do that.
Yes, please.
No, literally, you're like, it's sentient. I'm like, he's not.
So what do I do for just the D20 and then
Yeah,
okay.
just your D20 plus
Oh,
animal
Nathan
handling.
said some more.
12.
He
No.
said, "Damn it, Zach said it before you looked at chat."
Ah!
What
Same
does
brain.
the fox say?
Oh,
Zach
yeah.
has an H, Nathan.
Stupid. I'm just kidding, I love you.
So,
12,
you start trying to call this fox creature,
I immediately, like,
and you hear huge.
He's trying his best,
Thank
okay?
you.
You said you
From
were
one
waiting for
fox
this.
to another, you can
Would
at
you like to
least
get this
admit
shot?
it.
Roll a perception check.
16.
You feel a presence behind you,
Hmm.
and you hear weirdly close to your ear, fox, hardly.
Bitch!
And the presence disappears as soon as you begin to move.
It's like the Cheshire Cat. What the fuck?
Welcome to the Fae.
Yeah.
is there
I
shadow
do
here?
understand that you are a different breed
There are
of
shadows,
fox.
yes.
That doesn't mean you have to be racist towards my kind of fox.
Blood orange. orange. You don't have to be so pretentious. Do you know that video?
You said that in character too.
Yeah.
You know that video?
That's what she would say.
I will back into the canopy, and as soon as all of me is in shadow, I disappear.
Is that what I'm doing? And I'm doing it too.
Where'd it go?
And I'm a track.
Oh,
And you're gonna
is
track.
I'm doing my
Yes.
thing.
I also step into shadow, also disappear, and then I'm assisting.
Okay. Roll investigation checks.
Investigation or survival?
Oh, I guess you're tracking. Yeah, survival. Whichever's higher.
Which I'm assisting.
Okay. Survival with advantage.
Disappearing into shadow is also my favorite. Hell yeah.
26.
What the
Wait,
fuck?
what'd you get?
I just released a demon. 26.
26. I heard 36 for a second there, and I was like, damn!
A level 5?
Level 5?
I get double advantage on anything I'm proficient in the forest. Here we go.
Okay. With a 26. You are able to kind of sense, kind of feel, but not really find anything. You are able to sense the movement.
Damn.
You are able to feel the presence.
I didn't have a shot.
You feel as you're doing this, as you're searching, the two of you in shadow, in secret, you feel the presence get really close, but you don't see anything. You two are quite tricky. I like you. I'm waiting. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I'm a beatboxing blueberry.
Okay. Fine.
The presence comes close and is not really mocking you at this point. Not really, just toying a little bit. You're not going to find me that way. You'll have to do a better job. But resourceful. I like it.
Hey,
I'm gonna pull my bow backwards. Bow out.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you go like this?
Yeah.
I'm going like this.
so it's facing behind you.
Oh, so you're putting an arrow on it and drawing it. Oh gosh.
Oof.
Okay. Roll your attack, but you will have disadvantage. Make me have to pull out the freaking book.
17.
These freaking bats.
Frickin' bats.
I
You're
love how-
opening the book? Fuck, I know
Yeah.
who this is.
Yeah, you do. Roll your damage.
Ooh, bitch. Ooh. 11.
Why is it like very suspenseful for this part too? It's great. Oh, you did it. Good.
The arrow hits its target. You hear it hit its target. You see a spattering of blood hit the ground. And you hear an audible, ooh, fuck.
Ooh, fuck.
Can't take a game, can we?
I'm playing a game.
Okay, hi,
I smell you now.
Mr. Mrs.
I can smell you.
Sir. I can't think of a non-gender specific version of Mr.
Mister is fine.
Oh, okay, great. So, a little bit of a mix-up here. We're just trying to get back to the material plane. Don't even want to be here. So,
Oh, I know.
yeah, so if you could just, like, assist in that, I think that'd be just swell.
I can.
Oh, well, do you know someone who could?
Yes.
Me.
Right. So, is it a can't or a won't?
It's a won't.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. So the thing is, please.
You hear a audible, genuine, like, chuckle. Just
Thank you.
goes back to the footprints like fuck, 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 fuck.
Okay, so do we get like hints or like a hot or cold kind of situation, or
Well, if this is my garden, my home should be nearby, shouldn't it?
that would make sense? Yes. Great. So we will wander aimlessly until we find you.
Is there any blood to track now?
Oh, there's blood. There is blood to track. And with that, he goes, your friends should be able to smell their way to my house.
Great.
Yeah.
And I walk out into light and walk back up.
Oh, we're popping out.
The presence does disappear.
Just think.
I don't know what to do.
Asked you to hunt, you hunted.
Exactly.
He asked you to search, not hunt.
Hey,
Uh,
you're talking to the wrong person here.
at
wrong
this
ladies.
point,
Yeah.
at this point,
What's
it's kind of a
20-year-old
hunt.
with
What's the
friends,
difference
you know?
between, like, when you're playing hide and seek? Do you
You're-
typically hunt the
Yeah,
other
I think you're
people?
searching, hunting.
And
with
here's
you
the
being-
problem:
Yes.
is I did something very cool, and you were the only one that saw it.
I know, it was very clever.
All I saw was blood.
I just
what
heard,
happened?
I just heard Mr. Kitsune say, "Oh fuck." So
yeah, he did
I
say
kind of
that.
assumed something went awry.
That was awesome.
That was very cool. I will give that to you.
Fuck.
That's what he said.
Unfortunately, I am not exactly in my attacks all that stealthy. Magic starts just to form in my hand. Not quiet.
An arrow lands at your feet.
Oh, thank you.
You blood all over your hand now.
Right. So,
Yeah.
if I was a super
I
powerful
can follow
Kitsune,
that.
where would I
Okay,
live?
Vinny.
Any other trackers here?
I dabble.
I'm more familiar with an urban
Um,
setting.
So I do know my way around town really well. We are not in town.
And I unfortunately fall in that same boat.
Yeah.
This is why I wear black.
Me too, actually.
Blood smeared all over your gray dress.
Let's go.
um,
Oh, it'll eventually be black.
That's concerning.
that's why I wear black too.
And all crispy.
I just wanted a fresh start.
See, I don't typically wear much at all.
That's nice.
So,
Very freeing.
it is very freeing. It makes
I
for.
have a job where I like move a lot, so.
I do too.
Yeah.
I don't.
She's
Okay.
she's very promiscuous.
So,
But something.
Roll a survival check.
Survivable.
Because there are other people kind of tracking with you, not as good as you. Advantage.
$18.
18. Okay. You were able to follow the scent. You meander this beautiful, well manicured forest. And you begin to see the.
It begins to ascend.
You begin to see the forest foliage dwindle and flowers growing in patches that seem to be well tended and very intentional. As you continue, the flowers get thicker, the pathing becomes more notable. You follow this meandering path through the forest, Now surrounded by flowers, the trees begin to thin out as you break into a field of tall grasses and beautiful flowers. And on the far side of the field is a very, very nice, not massive, but large mansion. It is akin to what we would look at as a plantation style home. It's very wide, large, 2-story building, pillars going up, a balcony out the front that looks over the field. You can just glimpse a fountain out in front of it. Very nice looking little home.
You have a lovely home.
There's you feel more than hear the chuckle, and then you hear a thank you.
Welcome.
Having been in the Feywilds, this is, it's still a little creeper, but this is not the first Fey that's done this kind of shit.
Yeah.
As you guys tracking, as you're watching, you see in front of you on the path the white kitsune hopping and playing in the grasses, and you see it just kind of dashing around in front of you back and forth over the path. And then you see another one. You see a gray one and a red one. And you just begin to see, and you can see them as they run into the grass. You can see the grass moving. There's probably 7 or 8 different kitsune now running through this grass along with you, leading toward the mansion.
I have my
I just
I have
he's
my-
doing this, and I literally just go.
Oh, I was just in the.
Yeah.
He's like, I imagine this already short dwarf is like crouching
I
and
just
doing
go-
this.
Yeah.
I'm on guard.
When you do that, as you grab his hand, kind of glancing behind him, there's like 3 kitsune that are just following him. He had no clue.
I have no clue about it.
You have no clue.
Okay.
As you notice, they dart off into the grass.
Okay, this is only slightly off topic. I've been replaying the Nintendo 64, like, Ocarina of Time.
Wow.
But then I was running around town at nighttime, and then there were a bunch of dogs following me, and I didn't realize for like way too long. And I was like, oh, there's like 3 dogs just following me around.
There was a
So-
Steam download done.
Okay.
No, that was a Steam sale notification.
Oh.
Oh.
Get out of here, Steam.
That might be one.
Well, this is just great. I think this is a great time. I love all these little guys running around.
They are rather
Sure.
adorable.
You see a few more. A couple begin to just kind of prance in front of you. You hear the chittering of the kitsune behind you. You're now being surrounded by kitsune. You, particularly, are now surrounded by kitsune. One of them is kind of half sidestepping, just staring at you.
Like in a menacing look.
No.
No.
Playful.
Playful.
Playful, kind
Mouth
of
open,
cutesy.
mouth open, tongue lolling out, very dog-like. Just waiting.
Well, because my hands are clapped, I could like.
Oh, I let go. Like, I let go a while ago. Look how
You
you're
see-
holding the D20 between your fingers.
It's a fidget.
The foxes, the kitsune around you are kind of prancing around. They're very much they're getting a kick out of you trying to call them. As you kind of break out of the tall grasses, you see the kitsune that are around you begin to just kind of turn back into the grasses. Standing out on the now well manicured, mowed lawn is a rather tall, very fox-like individual. Well dressed. He's got a suit, tie, hat, long, and I mean very fox-like, long fox snoot, long tail with white tip.
Hi.
Welcome, you found my home. However did you do it?
I have no idea.
A mystery, truly.
You are the first to actually find my house.
Oh wow.
Oh.
I cannot believe how dumb your merchants are.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
like, they just let anybody do it.
They do.
I mean, for being some of the wealthiest, richest, most whatever, they are the dumbest.
They're so
They
rude.
didn't even get out of their boats to see my garden.
Yeah,
How
you have such a lovely
silly.
garden.
It is
Thank
it's
you.
beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, I did spend a lot of time and effort humiliating a man until I went to jail. So I feel like those merchants guys, they're the worst. We hate them. They're rude to service workers, like for what?
I like the boats. I don't much care for the skeletons, but you know, when you have multiple men starving to death in a boat, I will say it is rather entertaining to watch them eat each other.
Oh, that happened?
Oh, multiple times. Every time,
That's
actually.
pretty dark. But
When
I
people
feel
get
like,
hungry enough.
You'd think that at least one of them would have tried to go down.
yeah,
You'd think.
did they not come down? Did they all just stay up there?
No, none of them.
What idiots.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Climb a tree.
Right.
You lot seem a lot more friendly.
Oh.
And he kind
I
of gives
look
that.
at the wound that I gave him. Just
It's not there. You see a hole in his jacket, but there's no wound. You see fur kind of poking out. He gives a very vulpine smile. Well, please do come into my home.
Very well.
And he opens the door. Walking up, opens the door. Entering into the home, you are in a large, spacious corridor. It's got both, the two sets of staircases that lead up to an upper balcony, and you can see that it very open floor plan in here. And off to the sides, you have a dining room, a living space, and then there's a kitchen and everything on the main floor. Where would you like to the dining hall? And if you so wish, we can go to the kitchen.
I think the pond will be fine.
Yeah, I think the
Parlors.
parlor sounds
Good enough.
really nice.
All right, and he leads you guys over to the parlor. He takes clearly this is his seat. Like, it is a large wingback leather, very beautiful chair that fits him, and he sits and he gestures to the couches. So, you are wishing to get back to the mortal realm.
That is correct.
Disgusting.
Yes, but it's home.
That's fair. I would not want to leave my home. So, in order for you to do so, I do need you to accomplish one thing. That dragon that you were brought here by, that dragon has something of mine. And we played tricks on each other multiple times, all the time actually. He and I have a very interesting relationship. He
I feel like it's like you and your enemy.
I know. It's
he drops ships into my trees, and at first I was infuriated by this, because now I've got corpses living in my canopy, and I hate that. But after the 20th ship or so, it was rather humorous. Honestly, I'm quite enjoying. And he gestures toward the window, and as you look out, you can see the ships in the canopy of the forest.
It's honestly like a sea of trees.
Exactly,
Yeah.
it's quite ornamental, and I'm beginning to enjoy it. The dead bodies, not so much.
That is fair.
But,
need like a cleaning crew just going in.
that's a good idea.
Make them look nice.
Yeah.
But, if you can retrieve the trinket from the dragon's hoard, I will send you back to the mortal plane.
What is this trinket?
That's what I
Yes,
was gonna
that is
ask,
a
yeah.
great question.
The trinket is a talisman,
Huh.
and you cannot mistake it for any other talisman. It is striking resemblance to myself.
Hmm.
Very cute. But
You and I.
it is the reason I have not cleaned up my forest is because it just so happens to hold the bulk of my powers. And without having it on my person, I do not have my full strength.
So it's not that you won't, it's that you can't until you receive it.
Yes.
So you weren't
So-
necessarily lying earlier when you said you couldn't.
I make a strong case against lying.
That is fair.
Now,
People do tend to think
This is a
foxes are
very
mean liars.
clear-cut deal that we are making for you who said you would make a deal. Once the talisman is returned to me, I will send you home. No strings attached. My home is a safe
It's soon out
zone.
there.
Yeah. My home is a safe zone for you all. You are free to eat and drink. This is part of our negotiated deal with no recourse. It will not keep you here or anything like that.
That's nice.
If you so wish, you may spend the evening, rest up, and prepare for the morning. Or if you so wish, you may leave now. That is up to you.
To
But
whom do we speak?
about?
Who are you?
You stated that very weird.
I try to be careful of my words here.
Fair. My name is Renard.
A pleasure.
Well, it's like whenever somebody asks, like, "Oh, could I get your name?" and then you say it, and then it's like, "Oh, that's mine now."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't give your names to anybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Show you guys a photo of Renard. It's actually, depending on where you hear it, it is Reynard, but it's
That's what it was-
Renard.
Yeah.
Da-da, da-da-da-da.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
It's a
What
little
up,
Fox
it's
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest.
Can't afford it.
For 15 seconds.
That is the limit.
That is the rules.
But
Renard.
Disney.
Disney. It's like
Renard.
Nintendo.
Kind of presents you. Would anybody like tea or anything?
And to clarify, this is unbinding in any way.
Exactly.
I would love some tea.
Tea would be nice.
He snaps his fingers and a tray with tea and cups comes in and they are set out on the coffee table. He himself takes a cup, pours some tea for everybody. Ah, it is nice to have guests once in a while.
I missed refinities.
It is very good tea. So, would you like to spend the evening? Would you like to head out now?
I have used a tad bit of my power. I wouldn't mind rest.
I'm fine with that if you need it.
If you'd rather rest, I'm okay with that. We can get out in the morning.
I would like to know where we are going.
Oh, that is a good point. We should know that.
Because I don't want to aimlessly wander to find a
Oh,
dragon.
yes. I will absolutely be providing you a map to his lair.
Thank
Ooh.
you.
That's nice.
And once you have retrieved the talisman, the map will show you the fastest route back to my home.
About how far of a trek is it?
Fastest or safest?
Fastest.
Yeah, that's about right.
Bestest.
What are you worried about with safety?
All I'm thinking about is the boat for
So, there are rooms for you to stay in. Feel free to collect any provisions you might need. It is about a 2-day trek.
Does your generosity extend to our companions on the boat?
Yes, they will receive courtesy as well.
Oh, I forgot about
Is
that.
there extra
I honestly did too.
weapons?
Oh, I
or
just didn't
anything
care.
Yeah. No,
I've got
I
a
don't
few
wanna say
weapons,
didn't
but
care,
I
that
don't
feels
know
unfair.
that
It's that out of sight, out of mind.
you
it
would
just didn't
like them.
acknowledge
You
their
may take a look at
existence.
my weaponry.
I just
Weaponry?
remember hearing someone
Yeah.
say something that they wanted an extra one.
We have multiple.
Weapons.
Yeah.
Do you have any bows?
I do. I have a very nice one for you. And he presents it to you. You may keep it. I do not use it.
For what?
Keep it for what? Use it for what?
Keep it for what?
For free.
For free?
I am gifting it to you for this task with no expectation of return.
I thought you were gonna say no strings attached. I was like, that's a shitty bow.
Oh no! Oh no!
Damn, it's a fake. Oh no.
Oh no!
Anyway, I'm in love with Lucy Darling. Shout out Lucy
Unfortunately,
Darling.
my strong suit is not in weapons. I am. Oh. Out of game. Oh, Warlock's arcane?
I thought you said you were a barbarian.
No.
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 You said barbarian at the beginning.
Zion's other character in Drasil is a barbarian.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was hearing.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you started saying magic
The
stuff, I'm
normal
like,
one we play in this one, the
Yeah.
normal one that he
I'm a
plays in
barbarian.
this one, he's a barbarian.
so warlock,
warlocks have
ranger,
a patron.
barbarian, bard.
Yeah.
Except they're not
Rogue.
divine.
No.
My other character is also rogue. She's very different than this.
Zion was like, oh, we don't know yet, but probably rogue. I was like, okay.
I'm a predictable kind
Dependent.
of rogue. If you
Dependent
let
on
me be a
the-
rogue, I'm gonna be a rogue.
Yeah, I don't see like divine or arcane. I see like, well, there's divine, arcane, and nature.
So, but
So-
as written, they are arcane.
You say because I would say it's like
arcane.
deific, like not.
Yeah, I was gonna say
technically-
their spells are technically arcane spells.
Yeah, they're arcane spells, but they're not like.
I
Yeah,
come from
Nathan
the
said a Fey man with no strings attached. I don't trust him.
Yeah.
and you warlocks are arcane casters.
Yeah. So I'm
Oh,
of a
and
more
yes,
arcane
not you.
nature.
I made the
can't-
mistake of my first caster being a warlock, and I was like, I understand how this works. And then I tried to play any other caster and was like, I don't know how this works.
Yes,
That's
I
me and sorcerers.
Yeah, I don't know what's
I
happening.
can't
I am of a more arcane nature.
Simple.
Are we killing the dragon?
Play druids or bards.
I'm just getting
That's
this
all I
thing.
got.
I would prefer you didn't kill my neighbor.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
So.
So the goal is to
sneaky.
retrieve and flee.
Pretty much, yes.
Yes.
I can do that.
Anything else you encounter along the way, feel free to kill as needed.
Could I use beast sense with Bernard or wherever it is, and then because I think it describes like being able to see what they see and do different senses and stuff like that to get a better idea of what the dragon is. I was about to say I don't fully I know beast sense, but it's under barbarian's thing. Actually, I can pull it up pretty quickly.
Probably could have used my phone to pull it up faster. But I had this right here.
Yeah, it just says beast sense, but let me temporarily perceive the world through the senses of a willing beast. By touching a beast and then using an action, the character can see through the beast's eyes and through what it hears, gaining the benefit of any special senses the beast possesses.
So
It lasts until the character uses an action to return on their own senses, and while perceiving through the beast, the character is blinded and deafened to their
So
own surroundings.
no.
Okay.
The term beast in that regard is actually referring to a classification where, like,
Creature of the beast type.
right,
Mm-hmm.
And you-
Renard is Fey, and the
Okay.
dragon is
Draconic.
draconic. I think they
Okay.
actually fall under monstrosity, don't they?
Dragons?
Yeah,
The draconics are not category.
they're just draconic. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Because there's a bunch of things that aren't technically dragons that fall
Right,
under draconic.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kobolds.
Yeah.
Now the kitsune do fall under beast.
Mm-hmm.
So the normal kitsune.
So you could see what the little kitsunes outside will see.
Well,
And for one thing, this will be great. Just go in, steal a little necklace, come right back out.
This seems right up your alley.
Oh.
Yeah, this is great.
and the more you make this dragon suffer via stealing from his hoard.
Oh, okay.
alright.
I heard Suffer looked up.
Oh,
And then I was like,
if you're looking for public embarrassment, I am your girl.
Absolutely.
I am
Let's see.
also
When it
great
comes
at
to
that.
other
Are you-
kinds of
it's so
suffering,
fun.
that
It
makes
is,
so much sense.
honestly.
Genuinely, I would like this to be the talk of the town when all is said and done.
what?
You want it to be playful.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
You will find all kinds of things in his hoard. There's money, there are weapons, there are fun
Oh, is the bow
things.
special at all?
Oh, the bow.
Oh,
Damn!
Damn. Okay.
ask for weapons, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna see if
Would you have
if
an
you,
arcane focus of any
if you wanted to just do like a little like Father Christmas and just hand out a bunch of magical items, that'd be pretty cool.
Who?
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, we got like
Yeah.
the rack.
See, I was thinking maybe it was like a +1 bow, something like that, just a little bonus. Like, I'm a caster. And Oath bow, I'm like.
How severe of a difference is that?
Oath bow, the legendary.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm glad me asking benefits.
Yeah. No, like that's from going like, yeah, that's insane. That's
From going from basic weapon to like.
Superpowered weapon.
Hey, here's a
Yeah.
stick.
So, like,
I
purple
couldn't
or
help but notice
yellow
your stick.
design?
Here's a lightsaber.
Yeah,
Like that.
basically.
Yeah.
Purple to yellow type, like so, white basic, blue, green, purple.
Oh, like white to gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Game sense it, and then I will,
Yeah.
yes.
From common to gold.
Okay.
If you did have like a magic dagger or like a sword that was like a
Yeah.
smaller size.
Like rapiers or something
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
that.
They're a little long for me, if I'm
Oh,
being honest.
That's
but
fair.
Is that? Are we all looking for? Well, I know what you're looking for. Is a great axe, aren't you?
I am.
Are the rest of you looking for rapiers?
I wanted
am-
a dagger probably.
I am typically rapiers and daggers, yes.
I can use a rapier. Again, magic is my focus.
We can get to that in a second.
Note.
If
I'm
you two
just,
will follow me and
about
you as well, actually.
The height of a rapier, so they tend not to work as well for me.
Well,
That's fair.
you're in luck. And he walks out into the main hall, and you see him almost counting. Not audibly, but you see him, and he knocks on a wall. The wall recesses and slides, and it slides multiple panels down, and you see rapiers.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
That's very impressive.
There are
Yes.
rapiers disguised as walking sticks. There are regular, beautifully crafted rapiers that are definitely for show. You see
That's
canes, you see all kinds of.
That's rapier.
You see.
Oh, Nathan said Night Rain gold weapon.
Thank you, Nate.
You see rapiers. Not this big.
Oh, just little guy.
Yeah.
And they are actual rapiers with daggers to pair
Just-
with them.
Just here.
Just.
Give me
I
one
would love
second.
one of the smaller ones, please.
Oh, take your pick. They are all enchanted to varying degrees. So use your best judgment. And he turns around, and you see him kind of walk along the other wall, doing the same thing, and he knocks on a particular wall, and it opens up one section, and you see the most disgusting array of massive weapons. He's got mauls that are just huge, like you would be hard pressed to lift it yourself. You see a massive battle axe that's gorgeously encrusted in gold across the handle, beautifully wrapped with leather,
That's what I
and
did today.
That's fun.
a beautiful, like, intricate engraving on the head. You see various weapons across, and he's like, take your pick. But I assume you're going to want the great axe. It's very nice. Casting focus. Are we talking a wand,
One staff held pearl of power. I don't know. Whatever you think. Pearl of powers are really good for warlocks in
They are.
particular. But
You see him kind of walk around. Nothing in here suits my fancy. He walks out the front door, claps twice, and one of the kitsune runs up with a staff, and he grabs the staff. There you go. It is humming with magic. I'll get to you on that staff.
All right. Is it a cannon or is it homebrew?
It's gonna be cannon.
Okay, perfect. And it gives me a walking stick for having to walk for 2 days. Oh. I'm not meant for travel by foot.
Would be a gun.
Yeah, I like.
Okay.
It's getting better.
Dude.
It's getting worse.
If that was
No, I had to ground a dice set. So I'll tell you because that's probably not going to come up. I'm a Fathomless Warlock, which means I serve like Cthulhu. And so I have some Cthulhu-ass dice that are so sick, and I pulled them out and I didn't roll above a 10 with them the entire time, so I put them back.
Oh yeah, my mom works at college.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's cool. My parents are just meth addicts. Oh my god.
We got some metal and
3 of my clients have said that to me.
Oh my gosh.
Girl, we gotta move, babe.
I
you
get,
can use those in-
oh, your parents are still married? All
Yeah,
the time.
all the
Oh
All
my
the
gosh,
time.
me too.
Wait, what?
People being surprised that my parents are still married. I get that very regularly.
Your parents aren't divorced? Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah.
First time.
Parents
No.
It's a weird thing. Like
There was a time where we thought they might get divorced, but then they
Yeah.
didn't.
I was just saying, I've had 3 different clients on 3 separate occasions where I'm like, oh yeah, my mom works at a college, and they'll go, oh that's cool. Yeah, my parents are just like meth addicts. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and also we're spoiled by like healthy parents
Yeah.
too, and so
no,
I'm like,
no,
yeah,
I get along with my parents and all of my siblings, and they're like, huh?
yeah. Well, and it's like, yeah, my dad's a preacher, and they're like, ooh, that's rough. I'm like, it wasn't.
It's fine.
It was good. It was nice actually. Like, like my dad's awesome.
No, my dad's cool. It's fine. And they're like, oh.
Well, especially whenever they know I'm like gay and have a preacher dad, they're like,
Who is
ooh, that
cool.
must be rough. No,
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, he was pretty chill. Like
He's
it was.
Yeah.
3 different decades.
How many are gay?
One was an asshole.
Not the same thing.
Doesn't make him gay.
That's the middle one.
So I got a pan flag at Pride, and so I put it up with the other fans, like the ones I got from Canada stuff. And then we went to a drag show, and so they were handing out free Pride flags, and so now we have the general Pride flag,
Yeah.
we have the trans flag, the pan flag, and we're just missing the demi flag, and we'll have the 4 that we.
4 nations.
Yeah.
Live together in harmony.
Until the demisexuals attack.
Sally.
Sorry guys, that's our bad.
Because
How are you seeing
Zach
it?
is
My bad.
trans pan,
Mhm.
then I am pan demi. And then we just
Yes.
have the general
Okay.
pride flag. And so we want to have our 3 flags plus the general pride. And so.
So I shouldn't talk about that on stream. Never mind.
Okay.
I've thought about DMing, but I'm like, there's a lot of prep work when it comes to
The thing is, it doesn't have to be.
I thought about an Elden Ring based one.
I bullshit my way through every DM session I've ever done.
So my
Hashtag
boyfriend
same.
Zach,
Yeah.
his sessions, he has the overarching plot is blank. Everything else is improvised. Like session by session, prepares maybe an NPC. Like maybe. Everything else is off the dome. He's like, okay, so the premise of this campaign, you guys are vampires, there's a cult. Let's go. Everything else is off the dome.
Fair.
I am a bad example because I over prepare.
That's where I would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be world building
again.
forever.
I have over 500 pages of notes for my campaign, for my world. And then I'm currently writing a player's handbook for my game system that has 40 pages currently, and I'm just getting started.
Yeah.
I'm not a good example.
I got 6th in state and improv. I'm really good at bullshitting.
Yeah.
I'm good at lying.
Well, the thing is, you guys keep me on my toes. So I still improvise most things.
Yeah.
That's the good part about
Yeah.
We
for
don't
gaming and
follow
stuff.
Yeah.
your plan.
No, never. I will come up.
Okay.
Genuinely, I'm like, here's 5 paths, and you go 7. I go 2 off. What happened?
Okay.
Like.
It's so secret.
D8?
D8.
D8.
Okay.
Date.
If it's the same number, roll again. 6. Okay.
Those.
Nice.
14 ding.
What am I googling?
You get a +3 rapier.
I hate that. I open Google and then I'm like, what? Huh? Why am I Googling?
You get a +2 rapier.
Nice.
And then go ahead and add a +1 dagger to both of those.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I want to see. Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. That was good.
Thank you.
Can't afford it.
Oh boy.
Disney, no, please. I'm scared.
Oh, Disney.
No.
Are you going with the great axe?
Yes.
Okay. Gotta find it again. Hold on.
That inventory, I know where.
I got a +2 in here.
Yes. And +1 dagger.
Hell yeah. Oh, not +20. As cool as that would be.
Every once in a while, I see a picture of Fist of the North Star and think it's a JoJo character.
So is that +2 to
I
attack as
apparently
well as
can't
+2 to
read.
damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But did you see Fist of the North Star is getting a new anime?
You
No.
never learned to
Yeah,
read?
it's getting like a reboot with like modern animation and everything.
Corey, my coworker, today was like, dude, they changed One Piece to Sundays. Now I have to wait on Sundays. So mad about it.
That's amazing.
Ruin my schedule.
At the same time, the reason it got switched is for good reasons because they have less.
What kind did you say?
Uh,
what kind of
censorship.
dagger? Just a
Plus
+1.
one.
Just a +1.
And
On
Yeah.
the Lord's Day.
well, in
Okay.
Japan it's different. But it's like
They don't have
One
the
Piece?
Lord.
One Piece is getting hella dark right now.
Yeah.
Like, so they kind of needed that less censorship.
He was just like, it's ruining my. I had a set schedule. This is how I do my week. And now it's moved. He's autistic. He likes things to happen at the same time.
Fair.
I just like the.
So obviously, I'm
He's
not gonna
autistic.
He's autistic.
say where, but
I
Zach might become housekeeping where I work,
Oh, cool.
and so that way rides would be easy.
Yeah, yeah.
And so then it would still be different departments. So because that's always one I think is like
Yeah.
don't like working with, but since
Yeah,
it's
so
like
you can
completely
continue.
different departments.
Right.
using your phone.
So,
You were gonna make
So-
us all shirts
oh, wait, so wait,
that had
how
our
many-
names and
Your
then
order of
something
staff.
underneath them.
Mm.
And mine was gonna be happy. And Corey's was
Oh
gonna be Tism Lord. Because he texted one day and says, "Don't worry, the Tism Lord has arrived." I'll like never say that again.
+5 for when you use charger.
So that's a +15.
That's a very specific use case, but like, hey.
I'm just giving you a reason to use it.
I will say, I might have to leave early because we do have an event tomorrow and I have to be there early.
What?
So I will play as long as my body allows, but then at some point I'm going to have to just. I have to get up early.
Dang it. Okay. Oh, this will be fun.
As you take the staff, it does configure itself to you.
Good.
So, you all collect your weapons. You take the time. Reynard pulls together, and you see as Kitsune come in. Imagine. Oh man, there's a show somewhere, but it's not coming to brain. Not coming to my mind. So as Renard comes and he kind of goes out, he whistles. All of the Kitsune kind of come up to the house, and he begins to speak with them. Does anybody speak Sylvan?
I don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
probably.
Could I use speak with animals?
No.
To see?
No.
Okay. No.
It is the language of the Fae.
One moment.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's got common.
Common. I got common and halfling and beefskin.
I have
Elven.
common.
Yeah, similar, but
I
not
don't
the same.
even get an extra.
Rude.
Seems like it.
Um,
Why do you get an extra? That's fine.
Because technically,
Oh, we're
a
like
shift.
variant.
I'm a
You-
shifter,
You hear him discussing.
and so you're just human.
Yeah. You're just
But
spicy
with-
human.
I'm spicy human.
You hear him kind of discussing the plan, and he begins to tell the kitsune, all right, let's get together. We're going to cook dinner for these individuals. Let's make it a good one. And as the kitsune step in through the door, they go from all fours to very humanoid. Still a little foxy, very similar. Still a little foxy, still have their tails, very humanoid. And they begin to walk around the house. You see them beginning to prep things in the kitchen. Some are carrying linens up the stairs, and you see them kind of going about making beds and things like that. Dinner is cooked and provided. It is a massive feast. There is any number of foods that you can imagine, and as Renard brings you all in. So, the food is prepared. If there is anything special that you would like, just let one of the kitsune know, and they will prepare it for you. But do please eat and rest. I'd like to see you all set out bright and early.
Sounds good.
Yes. Do a food.
We eat and rest.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
food is delicious.
Mm.
The sleep is wonderful. Since you've all been incarcerated, this is probably the best sleep you've had in a while because the beds are so comfortable. In the morning, sun begins to stream through your windows. You hear as the kitsune run outside and begin to growl, fight, play, chitter back and forth. They are a very loud cacophony of noise. As you wake up and prepare yourselves for the day, Bernard is sitting in his chair, sipping on a cup of tea. He sees you all and goes, "Good morning.
Good morning.
Here's your map." And I'm excited to see you back again.
We will return shortly.
Do be safe.
We'll do our best.
I suppose you're a tracker. You should probably have a map. That's
Good job. So, the map is labeled very clearly. You are heading to the mountains that were seen on the way in
Okay.
to find the lair of the dragon. Making your way down the path back into the forest, you find your way through Bernard's garden, walking under the ships. A few of under as you're walking through the forest this time, under a few of the ships in the trees, you do see a scattering of gold and things like that on the ground where when they were impaled by the tree or broken apart, chests broke and fell.
Yeah, I was gonna do the same.
I mean, we're starting out new and on our
I
own.
know.
you
They took all of our possessions
right.
and
You
all
get out of prison,
that.
you think they'll like give you back all your shit.
I know.
They didn't.
I
so.
know.
I had some good shit there.
Yeah.
You would not believe the amount of thread that I had in there. Oh, like this beautiful green thread. It was lovely.
Are you a thread collector?
It's just really pretty. And then I have a friend who does like cross stitching type stuff.
Mm.
And you know what's really funny is cross stitching, but they just say bad words. Really enjoy that.
Those are very fun.
As you
I just want her to be the most chaotic, like Midwestern mom.
Yeah, my character's so not, so she just
Yeah.
is being like,
Oh.
I had a friend who had, what was it? Fucking cunt, bitch, shit, all in one pillow.
Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, I love. My friend made me one, and it just is. I'm a fucking delight.
I love
It's
those
great.
ones.
Yeah.
I just, a little pigment. I just think. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but I don't think I can say it on stream.
I'm.
Yeah.
I was like, can we put this on the bread flash?
Yeah, I know.
It's like, no, we can't. No, we can't. Also, I just saw, because I'm checking our post about the event tomorrow, and somebody commented and like tagged someone and said, let's go. And the next one said, I work. And the next one said, quit.
Felt that.
But it's I don't know how to describe it.
Okay, a pigment going like this, and it says, I'm gay, but it doesn't say question mark. I'm gay question mark, but it doesn't say gay. It says bad word.
It says one that we can't say on stream. We are gay, so we can say it, but like not on stream.
Yeah.
British cigar?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
British sleeper.
But just like
Yeah.
with a question mark.
Yeah, but it's a little pigment, and it's really
It is
funny.
really funny.
It's really funny.
It really caught me off guard the first time I saw it.
Me too. And sometimes I'll be sitting there and I'm just like, just think of it.
You know, pigment.
Am gay?
And gay.
Am
And
gay?
gay?
Okay, so as you make your way through Reynard's garden and you find your way to the exit, there are kitsune standing by a very beautiful
Right,
archway.
music. I was like, why do I have this open? I remember.
What am I?
There's a very beautiful archway. You see flowers kind of encrusted on it. And the kitsune are kind of waiting, and you can clearly see that this is the exit of the garden. As beyond it is dense, thick, fey forest.
Thick.
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 Triple C, thick. Oh lord, she thick.
Oh,
As you
Thick
step
with a Q, but 3 C's.
as you step beyond the garden, the atmosphere feels different. Immediately you are all on edge. You feel just that tingling on your spine of being watched. The vibes are much different.
More what I'm accustomed to.
I don't think it can see.
Yours might have. Yeah.
Well, now you know.
It's really small and blurry, so
Yeah,
probably
it's
not.
small and blurry, so.
But he's funny.
It's very funny.
Zoom, 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 zoom in.
Enhance.
Enhance.
I love it when they call them out for doing that.
Yes.
Enhance. That's not really happening.
No.
I said enhance. No, you can zoom. You can't. Okay. They do that
Yeah.
in The House of Usher, which everyone should watch.
Yeah. I will say, weirdly, as this like high intensity feeling of being watched kind of happens, I almost settle. That is my more natural state of being.
So, as you begin to follow your tracker, who is going to roll a survival check, please.
A survival.
Survival. Hold on.
Not a
Survival.
cervical.
Am I getting help?
I will help. Yeah.
I can
Somebody
help.
roll a cervical check, please.
Somebody roll a cervical check.
19. Cervical, nat 20.
Hell yeah.
I'm not lying.
For cervical.
For cervical.
Damn.
Not survival.
You find that cervix real quick.
No, I do.
It makes sense for
No
her
doubt.
character, actually, yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm not.
That's crazy.
So the thing is it is like it would be understandable for people to assume that I am like a porn star. I am not.
So,
I just.
with a 19,
Gwen
you
was like, "Oh, you're a prostitute. That's great." Anyway.
I'm not a prostitute.
with that, you are able to follow the map pretty well. With the general descriptions that are given for landmarks and things, you are able to kind of follow it
Lit.
Liddy.
But with that, I need everybody to roll perception checks. Perception.
I got a nat 20 again.
Damn.
Damn!
Why are you rolling good?
Because it wants to.
Yeah, I appreciate
Where
it,
did-
and I love
wait,
you. Keep
I
doing
got
it.
an 18.
Where my D20 go? Did I put it in here?
I ate it.
How rude.
My sparkle dice are really
I
enjoying
got
today.
a 13.
A 13.
Where is
Yeah,
it?
can
Oh, there it
we
is. I'm just blind.
13 teen.
13 teen.
Nominated, no.
Oh, wait.
21.
21.
Wait,
Hey.
my wisdom checks has a bonus while I'm in a. Are we still in forest?
Yes.
Okay. Let me
It's all
check.
because I
Thicker
found the
forest.
cervix.
I think it's just +2, so it'd be 15, but I'll double check.
You find the cervix again.
Oh my god.
Twice.
You find 2 of them.
Two of them. Wait. I mean, in a party full of 4 women and 1 man.
Oh, it's
Oh.
6. So it's add 3, so 16.
Okay. 16.
21.
21.
18.
18.
Natty.
Natty.
Lex.
Lex.
15.
15. Okay. So, as you are all kind of walking through the forest, you all, that feeling of being watched becomes almost menacing.
Not passing the vibe.
You notice with your natural 20 and you notice with your 21, there's something moving.
Hmm. Well,
It's hard to make out, almost camouflaged.
Making out's very
Hmm.
easy.
what?
So making out is very easy.
Oh, yeah. You'd
But
think.
it is hard to make out, it is very camouflaged. But you see it. It's a very large something or other, but you can't quite place it.
Like, I don't know what it is.
Potentially,
Hmm.
We can see it.
you can just make it out moving through the forest ahead of you.
So there's
I
a
look at the staff.
big
Give
something.
it a try. I look at you and go, do I give it a try?
What does the staff do?
We can find out.
Oh, you don't know.
Very well. Is it
No, trust me, I have an idea.
the dragon? Because we don't want to do that.
I don't. It
It
does it
definitely sees
feel
us.
dragony?
No.
Okay, it doesn't feel dragon-like.
That's a good start.
It's just big.
I want to try something. I'm gonna do it. I cast Hold Monster.
Does that have a limitation on
Anything that's
size?
not humanoid.
Okay. Does that have a saving throw with it?
Yeah, let me check. Oh, is it just mine?
Big
Is it just mine?
Tiny crock
What does it
I
have?
feel
It's a
like-
crock pot. That's a small crock pot.
pot. Okay.
My perception.
Yeah, that's a small crock.
I was like, is that a normal crock pot? That's a big ass lamp.
17.
Does that scale with how big the beast might be or any of that?
Just mine.
Okay.
I think it's just mine.
Okay, hold on.
I love Facebook.
Oh my god.
There's some shit on Facebook
I
Marketplace.
love it.
Retribute
It's
strike.
insane.
I've seen like
You
men
use an
in
action
just
to break
overalls
staff over your knees.
selling solar panels.
Oh
Oh,
god.
yeah.
And I'm just like,
My favorite one I've ever seen was not all, but a bunch of the Assassin's Creed games. But to prop them all up, the guy was laying on the bed like this with them like propped up, and I was laughing so hard about it. And I showed my friend, and she took my phone and commented, "Does the twink come with it?" I was like, "Stop! You're gonna get me in trouble."
Okay, sorry, 17.
Yeah.
That is cocked and almost a natural 20.
Yeah.
On dexterity?
Let me look at what it is. I haven't seen the staff, so I don't have it there, but.
This is just a stained glass window of a naked woman, and the description just says, good.
She's naked.
Wisdom save.
I kind of see. Yeah. It's good.
Wisdom save. Wisdom save. It's less.
It's left.
It's less. So that is 9.
So it's hell.
It is hell.
Oh.
Got it.
I guess it worked.
There is a loud, audible hissing.
Oh.
Okay. Quickly, I'm going to just move closer, see what it is.
Yeah.
As you move closer to where this monstrosity
Mhm.
is moving, you recognize
That's not
very large
moving.
scales, a very thick serpentine body, very long, very unhappy.
We have a big ass snake. Let's move.
How long does that spell
A
last?
minute.
Oh, nice.
So that should give us a lot of time to move. Actually, 10 rounds.
As long as we
rounds.
book it.
Yeah. Move.
600 feet, no big deal.
Yeah.
That's only, what, 200 yards? Right? 3 feet is a yard.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
600 divided by 3 is
That's
200.
That's how big it is. Or-
3 feet is a meter.
No.
No, 3 feet is a yard.
3
Meters
feet is
just,
a yard.
Yeah.
Meters,
I mean,
meters 39 inches.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's close.
Yeah. They're close to each other. All right, let's go. As I start
Yes.
speed walking, full dash running.
Yes.
As you start full dash running, you pick up your pace ever so slightly.
Yeah.
And I'll
Walking
say,
along.
my invisibility is based solely on whether I'm in light or not.
Same.
So I'm like speed walking, following the map, and just disappear, reappear, disappear, reappear.
See, I have to be still for mine.
I'm just,
Mine is just if you are
I'm
in
just
shadow.
going.
Yeah. So like I can like move, stop, and be invisible again. But like while I'm moving, I'm not invisible. But
So,
so I am just like I
Why are we running?
big ass snake.
as it's called out, you look, and you just see what looks like a massive log with a little bit of scale texture to it. It's taller than you are.
It's a big snake.
I'm only 4'2".
Yeah, it's taller than you are. Like,
It's thicker than you are
it's
tall.
thicker
Oh,
than you
I
are
was
tall.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
I
big
see it.
snake.
yeah, no.
But also,
It's-
your
it's
character.
That
body
is the body wrap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't you also say that your character thinks that he is taller than most people?
Huh?
I thought
No.
you were mentioning that before.
No.
Okay, because I remember you saying that you were going to call people small even though you're not.
No, I was saying, like, what if there was a backstory where, like, because I was a young dwarf and I didn't have much facial hair, I was recognized as a kid. It's like, get the
Uh-huh.
fuck out of here, and, you know.
Yeah.
But then I would punch somebody and break their ribs, you know, just... No, but yeah, no, that's different.
Okay. I misunderstood.
You all are very fast, yes?
pretty fast.
Okay. So I can go 300 feet that way if necessary.
Does the spell have to, well, while we're running, though, even though it lasts a minute, do you have to be within a set range or anything?
I think I just have to cast it within a certain range.
Okay.
Yeah.
I cast pass without trace.
That's a great idea.
nice.
Beautiful
Okay.
thinking.
So that gives everybody a
Plus
10.
Damn.
As you are moving through the forest, quickly,
So
you would have disadvantage on stealth, but with pass without a trace, I will go ahead and leave it as a straight roll.
I was gonna say we could just run for 9 rounds and the last round get sneaky.
That's fair. You could also do that.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So at the end we get sneaky.
We roll in stealth.
Stealthy. I'm pretty stealthy. 21.
So with the
Oh, so 31.
so with the extra, I got 15.
So you got a 5.
I got a 3, a 2,
And the plus 10.
Mhm.
I can't
Makes
lucky that
sense.
because it doesn't directly affect me.
Got 23.
24.
With the plus 10? Okay.
I rolled a 9.
31.
I also got 31.
Okay.
Do I have advantage for
Just my
being
clunky ass just
invisible?
Yes.
nice.
Okay, right back. 33.
You hear the thrashing of the snake. You hear the movement of the snake. It is searching, but it does not find you.
I just take the staff and I'm like, oh.
Well played. Well played.
I have a question, and this is like just a weird question, I guess. If I am invisible
Mm-hmm.
and I have like a cloak on, and my cloak is invisible as well with me,
Mm-hmm.
and I wrap my cloak around someone, do they become invisible? That's like I've always kind of wondered.
I don't.
Like, oh, it's invisible, so do you see through it? But it's also invisible because it's like refracting. So
Yeah.
do
I
make
think it'd be more like you'd see through it. Just because, like, if you cast invisibility at 3rd level, you get to add a person.
yeah.
And so, like, I as a DM would rule it as they would see through the cloak and see the person.
Yeah.
That's what, but it doesn't say, so be a
Because
DM
it's
that
technically a
basis.
solid cloak.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of always questioned it. Like,
Wouldn't it only activate to the wearer though?
So that's my thought as I would.
yeah, but like if this
I
which
get
is
it.
an
It's a
extremely
fabric you
solid
can
object,
Yeah,
and I did like this,
but if it's not maybe wrapped to someone, would that? Yes, it is a fabric that you can kind of like curtain over somebody to hide. But if it's not like
yeah, they are,
wrapped to
they
the
are also
wearer.
not you.
yeah.
So you,
But I am still technically a solid object, even though I am invisible.
right.
That's why I'm like,
Yeah, but you're.
Because I can
you're,
trace like with Harry Potter logic, yeah, technically you're just hiding. Because there
See,
were
but
2
it's
people
also
But
hiding.
that's a
in it.
I
magic
totally
item,
would.
though.
Like,
Yeah.
let's say you shrunk someone down real tiny, like put them in your mouth. You wouldn't see them. So I get what you're saying.
yeah.
But, like,
It's a weird way to think.
well, I know, but, like, think
But
about
it's
it. Like,
It's an
does make-
option.
Yeah.
yeah. Because, like, okay, I'll put it this way. Let's say you're, like, you hide, like, a fish in
bag
your
of
mouth or
jelly
something.
beans.
Like, you have, like, a living fish. You put it in your mouth when you're invisible. That fish is going to be invisible, too. But
Yeah.
So I get where the confusion is. I would rule it that it wouldn't work just because of how the spell's worded.
It's not a spell.
It's
Well,
an
just
item,
yeah, but
It's just
invisibility is also challenging
I would say
because
that the
it's not
DM
is an item that has
kind of a-
invisibility. Okay,
It's
I
my
don't know.
class.
Your class feature.
Yeah,
I would rule it as the spell though.
I would think that's on self personally because it's a class feature,
Yeah.
and I don't think you would be able to extend that to another person.
I think
Even,
I would.
even with like if you put your cloak around them, your cloak would go invisible, but
Yeah.
they would still be present.
Yeah. I would probably run it situation by situation, but on average, I
Yeah.
agree. Because there's some situations, like let's say you're like,
I can't hide you in my skirts, bud. You're gonna have to roll better.
yeah, and I can't lucky you because I can only
It's per you.
I can only do my rolls or rolls directly against me. That's all I can change. Because if he passed, I was gonna try and lay in lucky.
I had the same roll. I was like, maybe I could do better, but no.
Do
That's a lot better. A 19 plus the yeah.
33.
19, 2, and 10.
Oh, I thought it was 4. Sorry.
So, successfully
31.
21. Successfully evading the snake.
I bet we could have taken him.
That's where I was kind of like, he held them. I was like, forgive me. But
Successfully evading the snake, you guys continue walking through the forest, following the map. As you do so, the day draws out. The evening sets in. The sun begins to set.
Well,
Yeah, one day down.
we should find a place to camp where we won't be killed.
That
Where is
sounds
the
like a
guard in all of
great
this?
plan.
I just
He's
realized.
kind of
He-
vibing.
He stayed with the boat. When you guys got back there, he's like, he stayed in the
We
garden.
had two
Okay.
guards though.
Yeah, we had two
One
guards.
stayed on the ship with the sailors, and then
Uh-huh.
the other one went back to the ship. So,
Okay,
Oh, okay.
that's what I wanted to make sure of. So I just thought about it and I was like, wait a minute.
What is it?
Reuben,
But I thought he said that he was staying with us to have an even
Okay.
party.
I don't think I've had a Reuben.
if you don't like it, you don't like it. I'll still eat it.
She's got sauerkraut.
Ruben's good.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Okay. I like Reuben's.
Yeah, we're good.
One of my favorites.
I think it's the sauerkraut that did it for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like sauerkraut.
Without it, yeah.
Weirdly, that's one of my favorite parts about it, but that's the only thing I will eat sauerkraut on.
Yep.
That's how my parents.
That's how.
are.
Yeah. If it was in that situation.
But my parents also just.
But
eat
again, that
sauerkraut.
guard said that he would stick with us to have an even.
Yeah, at
Uh-huh.
that point, it was on the ground in the garden. At that point, he's like, "I'm out. I'm not battling a dragon."
Gotcha. Okay.
Pussy.
That's where I wanted to just.
Yeah, no.
No, we get to go
Have
home
that
then, and
training.
they don't.
They can stay. I don't know.
What happened to the guards? There.
They didn't make it.
Don't worry about it.
They starve to death and hate each other.
Most likely.
So, roll a survival check for me, please.
Hmm?
Finding a place to camp. Somebody roll a survival check.
I hope.
Oh, I could do that too. 25.
25. You find a decently secluded area that you think is well enough hidden and well enough off any paths, and you guys
gotten
set
the
up
same.
camp. Are you taking watches?
Oh, road trip.
Oh yeah. Let me just hide up in it.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Can I help her up?
Well, okay,
Can
so
I
it
just
says.
carry them on my back and just start going?
Hold on. So it says you touch a length of rope that is up to 60 feet long. One end of the rope then rises into the air until the whole rope hangs perpendicular to the ground. So I do this, and then I just go.
Okay. I will allow that. I would have allowed you to carry her up as well. So you guys make your way up into the hut for the evening. Is this hut visible?
No.
Okay. That is good to
Visual
know.
hut.
Okay, so the extra dimensional space can be reached by climbing to the top of the rope. The space can hold as many as 8 medium or smaller creatures. The rope can be pulled into the space, making the rope disappear from view outside the space. Attacks and spells cannot cross through the entrance into or out of the space, but those inside can see out of it as if through a 3-foot by 5-foot window centered on where the rope.
So it is
So it's like a little deer hut thing.
it's like tiny hut.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But in the air.
Leomin's tiny hut is the same thing. It's just an invisible dome that you can hide. your
Lemon's
party.
fan so
Uh-huh.
good.
It's so good.
I
You
thought
can have
about
your whole
getting
party
it.
under.
Warlocks can't get it.
I can. I
Sucks to
just
suck.
didn't.
So,
I also didn't think this was gonna be a multi-day trip. In fairness.
True.
with that, do you still take watches? Okay.
Yeah,
With that,
probably.
you all settle down for the evening. Who takes first watch?
I can.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Perception. That's a dirty 20.
Nice. You hear chatter and laughter off and on through your watch, but not too close.
Okay. Nothing too like.
No. Nothing menacing, nothing too close.
The vibes are not off.
Vibes are not off yet.
Yet. Keyword.
Keyword. Who's taking next watch?
I can.
I was gonna say, I'll join.
Okay. Roll perception checks.
Natural 20.
No. thanks.
21.
You both also being warned of the chatter and laughter, keeping eyes peeled, ears peeled. See a group of moon nymphs. As the moon flashes, you see a group of them. And they are moving about in the sky in the moonlight, just chatting, laughing. Occasionally they do slow and kind of look around when they near the hut and then move on.
Okay.
Alright. Looks like we weren't seen.
I think she was looking at me.
You would.
Who's taking third watch? There you go. Roll your perception check.
I guess I'll roll it with an advantage since she's not here.
Yeah.
19.
You also notice the moon nymphs anytime that the moon is visible. There is cloud cover on occasion as the clouds move by, but anytime the moon is out and about, you see them kind of. You kind of get the sense that this is a group of younger nymphs who are just kind of. They're friends and they're kind of badgering each other, they're making jokes. They're trying their best to have fun. And you see, as you kind of keeping an ear out, you hear them, there's an exclamation, you see them, and they go down and they find another fey creature that they begin to torment relentlessly.
Good fake creature.
Doesn't matter. They're just making fun of it.
They're making fun of it. Just verbally assaulting this other fey creature. And with that, the morning does come to. You all are able to begin the day anew, following the map.
Anyway.
Climbing down from the hut. Falling down.
Holding on for dear life.
Oh, the rope does not. Okay, my thought is, you use it, and it just...
In that case, I would not hold on to it.
Rope doing what rope
See,
does
helping
under
her
gravity.
down would be a good idea.
Yeah.
I'll make another implant grandpa.
You're no longer in a garden.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
Your feet dangling.
Easy.
Touch
Yeah.
the ground first.
Okay.
Like with your strength. Her
I
weight.
am a small lady.
Her weight is lighter than your backpack.
Okay.
What are you
Do I
keeping
weigh
there?
anything to you?
No.
You don't want to know. Okay. You begin the journey again.
You could tell. I don't know. You can't. What's your insight? Your wisdom's trash, isn't it? Oh, no, you don't know this. That everyone with good insight knows that, like, I have a snarky remark to say, but I'm choosing not to say. It's because you helped me.
Okay.
I am trying to
This thing is
be nice to the
amazing.
one person who can help me get in and out of the safe space.
You are useful.
And you're just my patrons tonight. No.
What?
Backstory.
Oh.
So I don't think it's gonna come up. My actual backstory is that I sacrificed 10 men to my patron. And they tried to prove that I did and couldn't, so it got me on tax fraud.
I thought you said tax evasion.
Tax evasion, sorry.
Yeah. As you.
You're just my patron's type.
So I'd be the one of 10 men. Like it just.
That's what she's implying, but that's why she didn't say it.
As you walk through the day, you come across a river that you have to cross in order to continue on your path.
Bad idea. It's fine.
It's Faye. Faye River. Bad idea.
Yeah.
Ugh, I love swimming. I want to swim.
Roll athletics.
Oh.
Athletics.
Athletics?
How wide
I
is
have a
this
swimming
river?
speed of 4 and breathe underwater.
Wait, everybody or just?
Everybody who doesn't have a regular swim speed
Huh?
Can I do acrobatics instead?
has
Oh.
a swim speed.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a fucking thing.
The river is too wide
I
to
serve
do
a-
acrobatics.
Sea monster.
There's Cthulhu.
Oh.
Basically, yeah.
11.
The Cthulhu-esque creature.
Okay.
I'm literally like, like I feel at home in the water. That's why I live in a port city.
10.
Okay.
I got worse. I got a 6.
Okay.
The only thing that's would support that is my 8. My skill.
I would like to subtly throw fins.
Okay.
That's
Okay. Roll your athletics check with advantage.
20 total.
Truth is, even if I see you getting pulled by the stream, I can't do shit. I have a 7 strength.
I'm a dense boy.
So, everybody
Quite
10
literally.
and above
Oh.
begins swimming.
So not me.
The current in said river is quite strong, and you feel yourself begin to be pulled downstream.
That's not good.
Unable to keep up with the current, you are being dragged down the river. Somebody's played too much Baldur's Gate.
Hang on, I gotta remember what
I
shit
haven't
does.
played-
Okay, wedding idea. Bridesmaid. Whoa.
Oh, yeah, that was the tick. Yeah.
And it's just the Baldur's Gate, like.
Can I try and throw? How far away from us is she?
In a round, she's probably moved 20 feet.
Can I try and throw the rope, like one end of the rope to her?
Yeah.
I was like, are you gonna rope trick again?
No. Hold this. And then I toss the other end of her.
Okay.
Oh, I'm the fucking anchor. Okay.
You
We're
were
the
strong.
densest of us all.
Yeah.
I
I'm so good at this.
Can I see you're going. Can I shape water, a cube of ice under her to at least make her surface?
That will make her faster.
That will make
But
me
at least
okay.
she's not drowning.
I mean, she's not
I'm not
drowning.
drowning.
Oh, I thought you were going
Just
to got
being
pulled under.
I am just
Oh, okay.
not fast swimmer.
Gotcha. I thought you said she
is-
got pulled under.
No, she's not keeping up with the current. So
Gotcha.
she's
Understood.
being,
Never mind. That wouldn't be helpful then.
Yeah, I don't even have spells that can help me.
A rope has been thrown to you. Try and catch that with a dexterity check, please.
So just Dex.
Just dex.
Hang in. Just a Dex check or save?
Dex check.
Okay, so that is a 12.
Okay. You see the rope.
Uh-huh.
You fumble grabbing onto the rope, but you do grab onto the rope
Cool beans.
just in time.
I was gonna say I had something else if I needed to.
You are on the very end of the rope. At the point where she finally does grab the rope, you are at the end of the 60 feet.
Okay.
Hold on. It's about to. The tension is about to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as she grabs the rope, all the slack is pulled out, and you immediately are. Well, I mean, to you, Oh, hey, there's weight on the rope.
Is there assistance needed? As I kind of... Do you need help?
Yes.
I swim 10 feet closer and they cast levitate on you, so you just go over the water.
Pull.
There's a lot less tension on that rope.
Basically. I'm just like, I'm having a blast.
Well, this is going on because you are in the water. Roll a perception check.
Alright.
And as soon as I get to the other side,
No.
the gills go away as I step out.
Unless 7 passes.
No.
Yeah.
7.
You
I'm
are
having too much
reeling in your rope, paying attention to the person on the other end, I'm assuming.
Mhm.
Roll a perception check.
I'm having too much fun. I'm not paying attention. I'm in water. That's where I want to be.
30-20.
Nice! Okay. You notice
It's a monster.
something following your bait at the end of your line. Under the water, slowly. As your party member gets closer, so does the size of the creature following, and you begin to see rising up out of the water lotus flowers and lilies. And oh my gosh, that thing is just plants. As it comes up out of the water, it does try and grab you. I will need you to make a dex check. I don't know. I'm just going to say straight dex check. But
I'm
I
assuming
think,
you do notice it at this point.
oh, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Well, if I'm seeing that, can I make like some sort of a
You can,
strength?
yeah, you can make a strength check to see if you can pull her in faster. Yeah, no.
What, in athletics?
I would technically call that cocked. But
I
It
mean,
is on other dice.
it is on other dice.
I can.
Roll it again.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Please.
Almost did it again.
12, 8, dirty 20. If it's in athletics.
Yeah, I would say that's athletics.
Okay.
Yeah, because mine you just said was straight dex, right?
No, it was a dex.
Save?
Dex save. yeah.
Okay, because you were saying dex check.
Sorry, that's my bad.
And either way, that's an 8.
Yeah, no, you try and move, but
Or
You
if
are-
it's
Does
a
that not
strength
help?
saving throw or something.
you are levitating. So as you see this creature, you see a arm come up, and it goes to grab you, and you just feel a jolt as you are ripped out from under the hand that's about to grab you, flying very quickly now toward your dwarf party member.
Eldritch Blast.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
Okay.
No, I'm
blasts.
fine, but like.
And I'll just.
Ugh. Well, one probably
No,
misses.
I'm referring to the fact that it's chasing after me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume. No, that's not 14. I doubt that hits.
14 hits.
Oh, 14 does hit, and that second one definitely hits. Well over 20. Okay, so now that is d10s.
Initiative.
Okay, so that is 12 damage and 11 damage.
Okay.
So 23 force damage.
Roll initiative.
12. Oh.
Damn, that's a natural one.
That was
I think I'm gonna be-
12 to initiative.
I got 13.
No.
One good roll is like, I already have a high.
You said 23?
Damage? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 23 damage. I have agonizing blast.
Okay. Let me roll initiative here. Nice.
Fuck.
Okay.
3 and something.
20 and above. Okay. One sec. Let me get a random ass page.
Who did it better?
The roof of the very bottom base.
What do you get?
No.
28.
Oh, damn.
28.
Nice! What'd you
Okay.
roll?
19.
So did I.
Okay.
Wait, did you say 28
Yes.
on initiative?
Yes.
What the hell?
Alert
Ranger.
feet, baby.
Oh, alert feet.
I was gonna say mine is Ranger's alert.
Yeah.
feat,
Uh-huh.
But yes. So mine's not the
20
+5. Mine's like
20 to
+3
15.
or something.
Yeah, mine's +5.
20 to 15. 15 to 10.
13, 12.
Oh,
One.
What? Not one.
That
Yeah.
one.
For 5.
The golem
With-
just beat you
I
with
mean,
a 7.
within this though, am I still having to pull them in during this time, or just because of that yank? Did it-
That yank, I would say you got her in.
Okay.
I can drop the spell at this point if that's would be easier.
I mean, yeah, she'd be into the ground, like into the shore at this point.
I can
Yeah,
reroll one.
You are no longer levitated.
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I can reroll one.
Lauren,
Oh, wow.
you are on the floor, no longer levitated now.
24.
I
You-
can't.
yeah.
24.
Sorry for ruining everything. I forgot
Yeah,
I could do
how
that.
dare you?
I forgot I had that ability.
That's what I say. I don't like gnomes and halflings and such, but I feel like they have.
Can I add some flavor
Something.
for a second?
There's some
When I shoot those Eldritch Blasts, I'm like, you should have been a serpent!
It's like halflings or some shit. Like,
Was that what was? Well, I don't know.
It was a
If that
big
what
plant
was
monster.
following us.
I wanted a cool Eldritch Abomination or a serpent. That's what my character wanted. That's
So,
Well, you ran from the last one.
yeah, because it wasn't a water serpent.
Obviously.
I
It was
thrive in water.
It was camouflaged to look like trees.
Yeah, not my kind of serpent.
Mhm.
I need a sea serpent.
you two, what are you doing? Pew pew.
my oath for the extra damage. Can I do
Huh?
Hunter's Mark?
On top of the oath?
Yeah.
Yeah. But is Hunter's Mark a bonus action? Yeah, so you have to. I'm pretty sure the oath is also a bonus, is it not?
No.
Was it part of the weapon or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll double check it though. Let me see.
I was like, double check that, make sure. But if not, then yes, you can Hunter's Mark. And
Yeah, it just says when you use this weapon to make a ranged attack, you can, as a command phrase, say "Swift death to you who have wronged me." The target of your attack becomes a sworn enemy.
there you go.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
helpful.
You can oath and Hunter's Mark.
I don't know how Hunter's Mark works.
If I'm remembering right, it has to be within a set range, and it has
Well, you're within
and it
60
has
feet.
to well.
It's 90 feet for Hunter's Mark.
Okay,
You are well within 60 feet because she was at the end of the 60-foot rope.
okay, that's fair.
And you pulled it in most of the way, so.
Okay. I will. Or are you still deciding what to do?
Yeah.
I'm going to attack
Mhm.
first. Round of combat, I get 3 attacks.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna do that. And I'm just gonna be risky with it, and I'm going to do sharpshooter on all 3.
Get risky with it. Risky.
What did it before?
14.
Okay, that's. I was thinking like, ooh, okay. Okay, so I have a +9 -5, so +4, 10.
10 does not hit.
13. And then
So
17.
So 14 is the minimum.
17, yeah.
Okay. That is
14 is its AC.
okay. That is 1d8, 3d6, and then Hunter's Mark.
That's one of our cats.
It's another
The
piece.
other day, okay. So you know at the shop we have that little like glass window that slides open when people first walk in. The other day we had that open and we were talking to somebody and Morty was like, I'm just gonna pop right through there real quick. And we're like, oh my god. She has never done that before.
Mostly sushi.
She wanted to see
She's
the
not
visitor.
one who immediately goes out the
He
door.
was a man with a beard. She has a thing for beards.
Okay.
27.
If a man has a beard, she's like,
Okay.
I'm
I've always noticed sushi trying like poke through.
She tries to go in the hallway.
Yeah, that's.
I
but
am
for the
just going
porch,
to
yeah,
attack, and if I hit, I'm gonna do extra shit.
That's the way that.
Okay.
So 14 hits. So I need a 10 or higher to hit
So that's
with
a,
sharpshooter.
that's a 19.
14 hits.
Cool beans. And so then I am also going to go and do a slashing flourish.
Mm-hmm.
And so I will add a bardic die to the thingy. Whatever I get.
Shit, I need a 6 or well,
So
no,
that's
wait. I only need a 4 to hit.
that's
If I didn't-
18 damage.
I was gonna say, if I
Because my
didn't use
staff only uses
sharpshooter, if I didn't use sharpshooter, I would need a 5.
Flex, you are up.
how close am I to the
Sharpshooter?
land?
This is, I would say you guys were all pretty close to being on land
Okay,
when this occurred.
I would like to be on land.
Okay.
So I will swim
The remaining distance.
shore.
Yeah.
How far am I from the monster from land?
So, you're probably 25, 30 feet.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. I'm gonna Ray of Frost this bad boy.
Okay.
That's what it sounds like. I don't know what my casting is. Because I'm an arcane trickster. What's my casting?
Probably need a sharpshooter
Intelligence?
soon.
Is it? That's unfortunate.
Because it's
What is it?
Take it. No.
Arcane Trickster is a wizard rogue.
They will probably
So-
need a
I did
charger.
not boost my intelligence. I did
You're
not
at like
do that.
27%. And you use your phone a lot.
28. 28%. How did you know? How have
Because
you
you
been...
showed me your phone
Oh,
whenever
yeah,
you
yeah,
gave me
yeah.
the weapon.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
Have I
Actually-
been at 20-something% that long?
I have not played an arcane trickster, so
That just goes to show Samsung is good at batteries.
didn't make my choices.
Yeah, for about a year.
I've been on my phone this entire time.
That's
I'm only
a
at
natural
77%. But
I've been
Fuck
on my
yeah.
phone all day. I'm at 61.
I'm at 60%. I did a lot of TikToks.
I'm at 76.
I didn't charge my phone last night.
I don't think.
So
I
this
don't know if I did or not.
You did
this
not
charge is
Wow.
the charge from
Your phone
yesterday,
was
and then I
sitting
charged it for
literally
about
where your mouse
30 minutes before I took my
usually is.
doctor's appointment. This morning.
Gotcha.
Because I turned off your alarm this morning.
Yeah, I never turned it off. So I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna sleep.
Fuck
And I have been on
alarms.
my phone most of the day.
Yeah.
A lot of TikToks.
7 damage.
You're
7 damage.
Yeah.
You're 24, I think.
5.
25? Oh, you upgraded? Were they upgraded?
And then
I'm still getting used to the.
is there
When your
foliage
spouse
around
works in
me?
phones. You know.
I'm still with the 23.
Is there foliage around you?
From
Yes.
that, the 24 and 25 don't have the
I
extra pin
will
features like
duck
this one did.
into
Have
a
what?
bush or plant or
It
whatever
changed how
and
the pin
hide.
features work.
Okay.
23 had more than the 24 and 25. They got rid of some stuff, which I'm pretty sure was like the magic wand type thing
That
to do
is
commands and stuff. They got rid of that. I'm like,
The cool shit.
that's amazing.
17 for stealth.
I'll probably upgrade when the 27 comes out.
Yeah, definitely not going to see you there.
I need to think about what I'm doing.
I shall wait.
Okay.
I shoot.
So, the golem, you watch as it has been under. The golem, you watch water. It does step up onto the water and begins to run across the water as if it's solid ground.
Naruto.
It is going to run up It's not its turn. It is actually Zion's turn.
I am.
The Ray of Frost did.
Slow it.
It definitely had an effect on it. So
Like, a cold was effective?
not like is vulnerable to it,
Okay.
but like this is a creature made of plants,
But it's a creature
Specifically-
of plants in water.
specifically water plants.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for. I was like, I feel like it should have vulnerability to cold damage specifically.
Electricity. No.
I have that. That's why I'm like. But no, I'm also in the water.
I mean,
Throws
You
lightning,
wanted to know what the staff did. You can test it out firsthand.
throws lightning at creature, electrocutes themselves. Whoops.
Worth it.
Levitates creature. No.
Hold monster.
No.
Well, I mean,
um,
levitate them. They can only move up and down. They can't move side to side. So
No forward back, just up down.
yeah, and that's what levitate does.
It is.
Huh.
But no, I think I just gotta do good old Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Both hit.
So anyway, I started blasting.
So anyway, I saw a blast.
I fired and I missed.
Missed both times.
There's so many jokes that can be made with Eldritch Blast.
Wow, I rolled the exact same thing. That's another 23 damage.
Very nice, very nice.
If anything, it's consistency.
Yeah,
What did you roll for initiative?
13.
Zach, it is your turn.
You got an 8.
So
Oh, I'm caught up. Okay.
I think it was actually only needed a
My
4.
brain just
No,
short
I got a
circuited.
7.
You got a 7. Sorry.
4, 8, 12, 12, and 2. Because of this weapon. So it would have a 14 to hit. I'd just like to move up to it and take a slash out of it.
Okay, you will have to move into the water to do so. But because I want you
How
to use
close
your
is it to the shore of
It's
the water?
probably 10-ish feet out from the shore.
Okay.
You could hold your action to attack whenever it gets close.
Or you could run the rest of the distance to the edge of the shore and jump.
Onto him.
And I would allow you to use your charger feet.
Just run straight at it, tackle it.
Just for fun.
Fuck it.
Are you actively raging?
I'm not currently. But if it would, or
Is the charger thing a bonus
That's a-
action or
that's
is
a-
it a
This
just
is a feat, and it is a bonus action, technically, I think.
okay?
Well, it's you can use this if you are moving.
Mm-hmm.
I have to at least be in a straight line up to 10 feet
Mm-hmm.
in order to increase the +5.
It's like bull rush.
Yeah.
Which I,
Charger minimum 10 feet in a straight line. It increases my 5 to attack roll. I can either perform the attack or shove.
And I don't think it's a bonus action. I think it's part of your movement.
it's part of your movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah,
you have
so-
the
Yeah.
movement.
So you can rage.
So
and
you
then do
would
that.
take your 5-foot distance back to give yourself 10 feet to run, and then I would allow you to still use it while you jump. That way you have your distance on the shore.
Okay.
bull rush. Bull rush.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Bull rush.
Hell yeah.
And then I would have to roll a D. Or how does this work again? D12 plus 2.
That's for damage.
Yeah, and then you
Yeah.
have,
So you have to hit first.
you'd have
I
a.
have.
It doesn't
I rolled
matter.
a 4 and
Oh.
gave an 8, and also the 5 to.
Okay.
So I'm well
It-
above the.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have to roll anyways because with specifically
I don't
with,
know.
with the
feat.
charger feat,
Uh-huh.
it gives him a +5 to attack.
Once I've reached that 10-foot
He-
threshold.
Uh-huh.
He has a great axe
Mm-hmm.
that he has a +8 to attack.
Oh.
The great axe also has a +2, so he's got a +15 to hit to start.
Okay.
That's before he ever rolls his dice.
You roll to make sure you don't crit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I rolled.
absolutely.
And I had a 4, so.
But still,
Okay.
the idea of like, oh, I rolled a 4 and still got a 19, peak entertainment. So you watch as your dwarvish partner takes a 5-foot step back, sprints, and jumps into this lotus golem. Roll your damage.
7d12.
Mhm.
This one, okay. 3 and 2.
+2
Yes.
for the axe as well.
Yeah, that was a 3 and then the +2.
Yeah, so it should be damage plus strength plus the 2.
Damage plus strength
Yeah.
plus.
So you're gonna be 8, 10.
Okay.
So 3 plus 5 plus 2. So 10 damage total. Nice.
Do you have 2 attacks?
I can do an extra attack, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Do it.
I mean, you can't do the charger, but you are now in melee combat with
So
this
I
thing.
have to roll to hit again,
Yeah.
and then 11. So yeah, I would hit 6 and 5 and 2.
So 13.
Total
Nice.
23.
You slash into this thing, and you, on that first hit, you jump, you slash into its chest, you catch enough to keep yourself from falling into the water, and as you drop into the water, you're only about thigh deep, so you slash again and take off one of its arms.
Okay.
Just severed completely. It is its turn, and now it is technically missing an arm. It will take a swipe at you. That is a 19 on
Don't
the die.
forget rage damage. I didn't rage yet.
You didn't rage yet.
Thank you, Nathan.
Da-da-da-da.
We were in the talks of it, and I was like, maybe I'll just do the charger.
The charge is good.
Damn! Okay, ouch. Sorry, I just rolled a 9 and a 12 on a d12.
Okay.
So, plus 2, 23 damage as it takes its swipe at you. And that is all it can do. It will move around you to get closer to the shore to kind of cut you off from the shore. But
Does
it's
that
also,
provoke opportunity?
No, it's not moving away from you. It's
Okay.
moving around you.
Okay, I just wanted to check on
Yeah,
that.
it's staying within your melee range, but it also puts itself between you and your party.
Okay, I am at 52.
It's separating us?
Mm-hmm. And we are back to the top. Back in Lauren.
Are there shadows nearby?
Yeah, you're still nearby the forest. It'll take some movement to get to the shadows, but yeah.
I'm back into that. So
Okay.
I can get advantage in sharpshooter.
Rage damage. I don't know what rage damage
I
means.
don't know what
Going
it is.
back to cantrips, stupid.
No idea.
Okay.
Hmm?
That's its HP.
Oh no, I'd have to roll a 20 on the die in order to do that. But that would also get rid of the charge, and I don't get rid of charge.
Yeah, honestly, I think just straight up attacking it is
57.
my best move.
57 damage?
Yeah.
Good lord, that's half its health. Gosh, dang.
Give her
Sharpshooter.
legendary.
I know, I fully expected it.
It's mostly the sharpshooter is like, oh, I get all
Oh,
these dice
sharpshooter goes crazy.
and
yeah.
plus 10.
I had sharpshooter as my rogue.
Ooh.
It's spicy.
It
No,
only
okay,
had
I-
11 HP left.
So,
So, like,
Overkill.
you literally, you aim good arrow, and you're like, man, this is gonna hit for sure, and you just, head is just gone. You watch as an arrow flies over your head, and there you are just covered in all of the refuse of this golem's head.
That was 2 arrows.
Oh, 2 arrows.
Just
Well
for the
placed.
record, 1 arrow did not do it. Well, it probably did it, but
It just kind of went, and either.
I was gonna say something.
All I can see is like a cartoon-esque thing of being covered in all this plant shit, and just
I've
the eyeballs
discovered
just
a new
looking out.
love for Greenstalker Rangers.
Did you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender?
We're working on that.
Have you made it to the swamp?
No, he's not.
Okay.
Also, what does it mean by rage damage?
Hey.
So whenever you rage, you get an extra +2 damage per hit.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know.
That is something I forgot about too, because I don't play barbarians.
I'm playing one right now. That's the only reason I remember. Because
Oh.
this is the first barbarian I played in years.
Having
Or like
successfully.
simplicity.
Yeah.
It's just.
It's so nice. DMing most of the time and being able to just go 6 intelligence, so nice.
Having successfully dispatched the. Oh, that's cute.
Oh, so cute. I thought you were talking about the other one.
Oh.
I was looking at that.
I saw that. And I was like, so cute.
So,
Adorable.
having dispatched the golem in front of you, you guys are able to take some time to clean up and continue on your path.
I go pull my arrows out. I was gonna say,
Free river back.
Oh, your arrows are gone, shooting into the river like
I get
that.
out of the water
Into
and
the
just
monster?
shape water the
There's
water off
probably
me.
you hit with 3. You have 2 maybe.
If it's falling apart, some of it could be lost in the river. I don't know.
One of them went
That's fine.
through it. So
Overkill.
Anyone else need dried off?
I
I'm
want to
fine.
scavenge the body before it
Okay.
washes away. I kind of pull it up on shore a little bit more.
You need help with it?
Yes, please.
it's mostly on him.
Oh,
He's
I'm
just,
so
he
sorry.
starts
I'm just kind of like
walking.
that one kid that got wet at a park that's in dry clothes and just coming up to you.
I lifted enough to get you out from underneath it,
Okay.
and then have you help me pull it.
I use shape water to just dry you off.
His little scruffy beard.
Like a preening bird. And I
So-
want to scavenge for parts to use for stuff.
Okay, it is all plant. It's all lotus leaf, lotus flowers.
Thorns.
It is lotus leaf, lotus flowers. Then you have lily pads and lily flowers.
Its arms were like whips.
I mean, it was all plant.
Like a
Noodles.
Not really noodles. It's all woven plant fibers.
It's so noodles.
That's,
Yeah, noodles.
I mean, if you use flour, then
Technically-
yes, technically.
Well, if you think about it, a spaghetti squash is just woven plant fibers. Thus meaning noodles. Because everybody eats spaghetti squash as noodles.
Anyone else hear the little trumpet playing in Deliciousness Dungeon? It's ready.
I was actually debating eating it,
Noodles.
which is hilarious.
Don't
Don't noodles.
Do you think you could? Can anyone cook? Huh?
I'm alright.
If my
It's not
ancestor
good.
bored.
It's not alright.
What skill is cooking?
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. What skill is cooking?
Performance.
Ah, that would be me.
I'm alright.
I'm fairly decent.
Or, if you will, persuasion.
Can definitely convince you that something tastes good, and I can definitely make something.
I'm alright. Probably not as good as
Two in
you.
each.
But I am pretty alright.
As
have
every
a-
chef knows, the
all
biggest
about
battle.
It's getting someone
Presentation.
to actually eat it.
Well, the biggest battle is convincing that someone who's eating it that it is good.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
good.
I got
I
a 9 in
can't help it, you
performance
have
and
a
a
nice
6 in
short
persuasion.
He's good. That's exactly what I was thinking of. He's good.
I could try.
I'm alright. It's simple, but you'd probably be better at it.
So, picking parts from this golem, you
Do you know that you can eat lotus root?
find usable components from the lotus golem body and are able to cook up a decent stew.
Okay.
Roll your performance check.
Okay.
Just because I figure you're going to pass it anyways, but you know.
Tree and
Shush your face. You're not supposed to read my dice.
Read her dice. Do it.
You going?
clickety clackety.
Yeah, no, we just get a 12.
Good enough. It's a decent,
I've had prison food for over 100 years.
I
This
mean,
is
that's
amazing.
fair.
a decent lotus golem stew.
I've been in prison for a little bit, so.
This has now just turned into Delicious a dungeon with a different party.
It's
You-
ready.
I
You
haven't
could've
had a
had
proper
steak.
meal in years.
You could have had snake steak.
You're telling me that this character isn't in Delicious and Dutch?
Yeah, the
I
half
think she should be.
I would love for Gwen to be in Delicious.
I was gonna
Be
say, do we
wonderful.
want to stop now,
she'd fit
and
right
then
in.
the next time something happens and we can't continue a different story, we can come back to it?
I'd be okay with that. I'm getting pretty EP, honestly.
Is everybody okay with that?
That's
I'm
fine.
okay with
Sure,
that.
I didn't even
know
realize it
you
was
have
11.
stuff to do.
I
Yeah.
have to
I
work
work
on
super
it.
early.
Yeah.
But I was also in the session, so I was
Yeah.
like.
Understood. We have things to do in the morning.
Yes.
So,
But we will. This will become a 2-shot.
this will become a 2-shot.
In that case, I will keep the title ready for next time we do this one.
Sweet.
That should be
Basically-
available next time.
Yeah.
Who
When-
spelled redemption wrong?
Me.
I love you.
I just
My
saw
infamously bad grammar. I'll fix it. It's fine.
Redemption.
Trials
Hey,
for
so thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for tuning in.
Ah,
Bye.
sorry, I'm not ready.
Bye.